What if everything we know about the universe is only half the story? What if, just beyond the limits of our perception, there exists another reality, a hidden mirror version of our world, filled with invisible stars, unseen planets, and even unknown forms of life? Scientists have long suspected that something massive is lurking in the cosmos, bending gravity and shaping galaxies, yet refusing to reveal itself. Could it be that an entire shadow universe, a realm made of mirror matter, has been right beside us all along? And if it's real, what happens if we finally make contact? But before we continue, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of these videos. First, let's break down the idea of mirror matter. Our universe is built on a set of fundamental particles, protons, neutrons, electrons. But what if there's another set of particles, identical in mass but with opposite properties? This is where the concept of mirror matter comes in. It suggests that every fundamental particle we know has a mirror twin. These mirror particles wouldn't interact with normal matter in the usual way, meaning they wouldn't reflect light or emit electromagnetic radiation, making them completely invisible to our telescopes. Yet, their gravitational pull would still be there. This means there could be entire stars, planets, even galaxies composed of this strange, hidden substance, and we never know, except through their gravitational effects. The idea of mirror matter stems from a problem in physics called parity violation. In simple terms, when scientists studied certain particle interactions, they found that the laws of physics seemed to favor one direction over its mirror image. This was unexpected. In the 1950s, physicists discovered that weak nuclear interactions, one of the fundamental forces of nature, don't behave symmetrically when mirrored. But if the universe doesn't like perfect symmetry, what if nature found a way to restore it? That's where mirror matter comes in. It's a possible solution to this imbalance, suggesting that for every normal particle, there's a mirror counterpart balancing things out. Now, if mirror matter exists, why haven't we detected it? The simple answer is that it doesn't interact with regular matter in any way except through gravity. Think about it. Everything we detect in space relies on electromagnetic signals. We see stars because they emit light. We detect planets because they reflect that light. We study galaxies because their light takes billions of years to reach us. But if mirror matter doesn't interact with light, then it's functionally invisible. It wouldn't glow, it wouldn't reflect, and it wouldn't absorb radiation the way normal matter does. It could be all around us, and we'd have no way of knowing, unless we look at its gravitational effects. So, could mirror matter be hiding in the universe right now? Some physicists think it's not just possible, it's likely. In fact, one of the biggest mysteries in astronomy today is the nature of dark matter. We know there's extra mass in the universe that we can't see. Galaxies spin faster than they should based on visible matter alone, and something unseen is holding them together. Some scientists believe that mirror matter could be the answer. If mirror matter exists in large quantities, it could explain why galaxies behave the way they do. But here's where things get even crazier. If mirror matter is real, that means entire stars could be made out of it. Mirror matter stars would function much like normal stars, but instead of regular nuclear fusion, they would rely on mirror fusion. They'd burn, collapse, and explode just like ordinary stars, but we wouldn't be able to see them. Imagine entire constellations made of stars that are right next to the ones we see, yet completely undetectable by our eyes and instruments. These stars could be forming, dying, and even going supernova without us ever realizing it. And if they can form stars, then they can also form planets. That's right. There could be entire mirror matter solar systems, maybe even mirror matter life forms, existing in a kind of shadow universe that we can never access. One of the biggest questions is whether mirror matter interacts with itself in a way similar to normal matter. If it does, then mirror stars would go through life cycles just like ordinary stars. They'd form from collapsing mirror matter clouds, ignite fusion in their mirror cores, and release mirror energy. But this energy wouldn't appear as light in our universe. Instead, it would be invisible, detectable only through the gravity it produces. This raises an even more mind-bending possibility. What if some of the neutron stars and black holes we've detected aren't made of regular matter at all? What if they're actually mirror matter remnants of long-dead mirror stars? Some physicists believe that mirror matter could explain mysterious astronomical events, like certain supernova explosions that seem to lack visible precursors. If a mirror star went supernova, it wouldn't produce visible light, but it could still release gravitational waves. This means that some of the unexplained cosmic bursts we detect could be caused by mirror matter interactions. And if mirror stars exist, then somewhere out there, there could be a mirror sun, with mirror planets orbiting around it, perhaps even a mirror Earth. Now, let's think about what this would mean for the search for extraterrestrial life. If mirror matter planets exist, is it possible they could support life? It's a wild idea, but not impossible. If mirror matter behaves similarly to normal matter, then mirror chemistry could exist. That means mirror atoms forming mirror molecules, leading to mirror life forms. These beings wouldn't be visible to us, and we wouldn't be visible to them. They'd exist in a parallel version of our universe, sharing the same space but unable to interact with us except through gravity. It's like two worlds overlapping but never touching. And here's where things get even stranger. Some scientists have speculated that if mirror matter exists, there might be rare cases where it interacts with normal matter in unexpected ways. Could certain unexplained phenomena, like sudden gravitational anomalies, or mysterious space signals, be the result of mirror matter briefly crossing into our reality? Could it be possible that, under very specific conditions, mirror matter could influence our world in ways we don't yet understand? If mirror stars are real, then we have to rethink everything we know about the cosmos. It means that when we look at the night sky, we're only seeing half the story. The universe might be filled with these hidden structures, stars, and even entire galaxies that exist just out of reach of our perception. And if we ever find a way to detect them, it could open up an entirely new branch of astronomy, one that lets us peer into this invisible twin of our universe. If mirror matter stars exist, then their impact on our understanding of the universe would be staggering. Think about it. Our current models of star formation, galactic evolution, and cosmic structure are all based on the matter we can see and measure. But if an entire parallel form of matter exists, with its own set of stars and galaxies, then the universe is far more complex than we ever imagined. Now, one of the biggest questions scientists are asking is whether mirror matter could ever interact with normal matter in ways beyond just gravity. If it does, then it could mean that under specific conditions, normal and mirror matter could mix or even convert between each other. Some researchers have suggested that rare interactions between mirror matter and regular matter might be responsible for unexplained cosmic phenomena, like certain types of gamma-ray bursts, unexplained particle detections in physics experiments, or even some of the strange signals we've picked up from deep space. Imagine a scenario where a mirror star gets too close to a regular star. What happens? Since mirror matter doesn't interact with light or electromagnetic forces, the two stars wouldn't necessarily collide in the traditional sense. Instead, they would pass through each other, interacting only through gravity. This could lead to unusual orbital disruptions, gravitational waves, and even bizarre cosmic events that don't fit into our current models of stellar physics. Could some of the unexplained gravitational anomalies we've detected in space actually be the influence of unseen mirror stars? Some scientists even speculate that black holes might hold clues to the existence of mirror matter. When a massive star collapses, it forms a singularity, a region of space where gravity is so intense that nothing, not even light, can escape. But what if some black holes aren't just made of normal matter? What if they contain mirror matter, or even act as bridges between the regular and mirror universe? If that's the case, then the behavior of black holes might be even stranger than we currently believe. Some theories suggest that matter falling into a black hole could be converted into mirror matter on the other side, creating a kind of cosmic recycling process that we don't yet understand. Now, let's go even deeper into the possibilities. If mirror matter stars exist, what about mirror planets? Could there be a mirror Earth somewhere out there, orbiting a mirror sun? If so, what would it be like? Since mirror matter doesn't emit or reflect light, a mirror Earth wouldn't have a visible atmosphere like ours. But if mirror matter follows similar chemical rules, it's possible that mirror water, mirror air, and even mirror ecosystems could exist. And if mirror biology is possible, then so is mirror life. This raises one of the most mind-blowing questions of all. Could there be mirror beings, living in parallel to us, unable to see or interact with us just as we are unable to see or interact with them? If mirror matter life forms exist, their entire world would be hidden from our view, and ours from theirs. They wouldn't be able to detect our presence any more than we can detect theirs, unless some rare event caused an interaction. Could certain unexplainable anomalies on Earth, from unexplained forces to fleeting energy bursts, be glimpses of this hidden world? One of the most tantalizing ideas is that under specific circumstances, mirror matter could influence regular matter in ways we don't yet understand. Some researchers have speculated that dark matter, another invisible substance making up most of the universe's mass, might actually be related to mirror matter. If that's true, then solving the mystery of dark matter could be the key to unlocking the secrets of mirror stars, mirror galaxies, and even mirror civilizations. But how would we ever prove this? Scientists have proposed a few ways to test for the presence of mirror matter. One approach involves studying anomalies in particle physics experiments. If mirror matter exists, then it might occasionally interact with normal particles in ways that could be detected in high-energy physics experiments. Some researchers are already looking for unusual particle decays or missing energy signatures that could indicate mirror matter's presence. Another way to search for mirror matter is by looking for its gravitational effects in space. If a galaxy contains both normal and mirror matter, then it should have unusual gravitational behavior that doesn't match what we'd expect from visible matter alone. Some astronomers are already analyzing galaxy rotation curves and gravitational lensing effects to see if they can find evidence of hidden mirror structures. And then there's the possibility that we might one day create mirror matter in a laboratory. If scientists could find a way to produce mirror particles, it would be the first direct proof that mirror matter exists. This would open up entirely new frontiers in physics, potentially leading to groundbreaking discoveries in energy, materials science, and even space travel. The implications are endless. If we can learn to manipulate mirror matter, could we one day build technology that interacts with it? Could we develop ways to harness mirror energy, create materials with properties unlike anything we've ever seen, or even find a way to communicate with a mirror civilization? But here's the biggest question of all. If mirror matter stars exist, have they always been there, or are they forming right now? If mirror galaxies are out there, have they evolved alongside our own, shaping the structure of the universe in ways we can't yet perceive? And if mirror life exists, do they wonder about us the same way we wonder about them? The idea of mirror matter isn't just a wild theory, it's a glimpse into a hidden reality that might be woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. If it exists, then we've only been seeing half the universe this entire time. And somewhere, right now, a mirror star could be burning, unseen, in the vastness of space, waiting for us to discover its secrets. If mirror matter stars exist, their impact on astrophysics would be profound. The very nature of their existence challenges how we understand the universe. We rely on detecting celestial objects through electromagnetic radiation, light, radio waves, X-rays, but mirror stars would not emit or reflect these signals. That means they would be effectively invisible to our telescopes unless they indirectly influence the objects around them. But what if they do interact with our world in ways we haven't realized? Scientists have already observed numerous gravitational anomalies in space, movements of galaxies, unexplained orbital shifts, and dark patches of the cosmos where something appears to be exerting force without any visible source. Could it be that some of these phenomena are caused by mirror stars? Let's consider a binary star system where one star is normal matter and the other is a mirror star. The regular star would shine brightly, while the mirror star would be completely invisible, yet both would orbit a common center of mass. To an observer with conventional instruments, it would appear as though the visible star were orbiting an empty point in space, much like how planets orbit an unseen black hole. This is precisely the kind of effect astronomers are searching for, hoping to catch evidence of mirror stars hiding in plain sight. One of the most intriguing aspects of mirror matter is how it could behave under extreme conditions. In a regular supernova explosion, a massive star runs out of fuel, collapses, and then detonates in a burst of energy, creating neutron stars or black holes. But what would happen if a mirror matter star went supernova? Since it doesn't interact with light, there would be no visible explosion. Instead, the effects would be purely gravitational, potentially creating disturbances in spacetime itself. Could mirror supernovae be responsible for some of the unexplained gravitational waves detected by observatories like LIGO? But let's take this even further. If mirror matter interacts with regular matter in some unknown way, could mirror stars influence the chemistry of the universe? Could their gravity create pockets of space where normal matter behaves differently? Some researchers have speculated that certain anomalies in cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang, might be clues pointing to hidden mirror matter structures woven into the fabric of the cosmos. And then there's the possibility that mirror matter isn't just out there in the vastness of space, it could be here, on Earth. Scientists have been puzzled by rare particle detections that don't fit any known physics model. Some experiments suggest the existence of particles that seemingly disappear or behave in ways that defy explanation. Could this be evidence of mirror matter particles briefly interacting with our world before vanishing back into their invisible realm? This raises an even bigger question. If mirror stars exist, does that mean mirror planets exist as well? And if mirror planets exist, could mirror life be a reality? Think about it, an entire parallel biosphere that we can't see, touch, or detect with our current instruments. If mirror matter obeys similar chemical laws, it's possible that complex structures, even civilizations, could exist completely undetected. They could be living alongside us, occupying the same space but never interacting with us, unless, of course, some rare phenomenon allows a brief interaction. Some researchers believe that one way to detect mirror matter on Earth is by looking for anomalies in nuclear decay rates. There have been unexplained fluctuations in decay rates of certain radioactive elements, suggesting an unknown influence. If mirror matter interacts weakly with our world, it could be causing these variations. Future experiments are being designed to test whether mirror matter is responsible, potentially giving us the first real evidence of its existence. If mirror matter stars are real, then they could be the missing link to many of the unanswered questions in physics. Could they explain dark matter? Could they reveal hidden forces that shape the universe? Could they help us unlock a deeper understanding of reality itself? For now, mirror stars remain purely theoretical. But science advances through curiosity, and the more we question what we think we know, the closer we get to discovering the truth. Somewhere, out there in the void, a mirror star may be burning, unseen and unknown, waiting for us to find it. If mirror stars are out there, hidden in the darkness, how would we ever prove they exist? This is the fundamental challenge scientists face. Unlike black holes, which we can detect through their gravitational influence, and the way they distort light, mirror stars wouldn't interact with light at all. They wouldn't cast shadows. They wouldn't glow. They wouldn't absorb or emit any form of electromagnetic radiation. So how do you find something that doesn't want to be found? One possible clue comes from the way galaxies rotate. Astronomers have long noticed that galaxies don't behave as they should. The stars at the edges of galaxies move too fast, as if there's some invisible mass pulling on them. This has led to the widespread acceptance of dark matter, an unknown substance that makes up about 85% of the universe's total matter. But what if some portion of this dark matter isn't just a formless cloud of particles? What if some of it is actually made up of massive, invisible objects, mirror stars, mirror planets, maybe even entire mirror galaxies? If that's the case, then our universe might be far more complex than we ever imagined. Instead of just a mix of normal matter and dark matter, there could be two entire realms of matter coexisting, one visible, one hidden. Think about the implications of that. We could be living in a universe where, for every star we see in the night sky, there's a shadow star, made of mirror matter, exerting an unseen gravitational pull. But here's where things get even more interesting. If mirror stars exist, then at some point in the history of the universe, they had to form. Regular stars form when vast clouds of gas collapse under gravity, triggering nuclear fusion. But mirror matter wouldn't interact with normal gas clouds. It wouldn't feel the electromagnetic forces that help shape ordinary star formation. So how do mirror stars come into being? Some scientists speculate that, during the Big Bang, mirror matter was created in equal amounts to normal matter, but as the universe expanded, the two types of matter became separated. That separation might not have been complete. There could still be regions where normal matter and mirror matter overlap. And in those regions, strange things could be happening. Picture a nebula, a vast cloud of gas and dust where new stars are born. What if, hidden within that nebula, there were also clouds of mirror gas, forming mirror stars right next to their visible counterparts? These stars could be gravitationally bound to each other, orbiting a common center, yet forever remaining unseen. One way we might detect mirror stars is through their gravitational lensing effect. Gravitational lensing occurs when a massive object bends the light of distant stars behind it. If a mirror star passes in front of a distant galaxy, we wouldn't see the star itself, but we might notice an unexplained distortion in the background light. Astronomers are constantly monitoring the sky for such distortions, looking for clues that could reveal hidden objects in space. But let's take this idea even further. If mirror stars exist, could they go supernova? A normal supernova releases a tremendous amount of energy in the form of light, heat, and high-energy particles. A mirror supernova, however, would be completely dark. There would be no visible explosion, no burst of light, no shockwave we could detect with telescopes. But there would be gravitational effects. Could some of the mysterious gravitational waves detected by LIGO and Virgo, waves that ripple through spacetime itself, be caused by collapsing mirror stars? And if mirror stars collapse, what do they turn into? When a normal star collapses, it can become a neutron star or a black hole. If mirror matter follows the same physical laws, then mirror stars might collapse into mirror black holes, completely undetectable by any current means, except through the way they bend spacetime around them. If this is true, then our universe could be filled with invisible giants, mirror black holes lurking in the darkness, swallowing up mirror matter, growing in size, and warping the very fabric of reality. Could some of the black holes we've detected actually be mirror black holes? Could there be binary systems where a normal black hole and a mirror black hole orbit each other in an endless cosmic dance? And then there's the most mind-bending question of all. If mirror stars exist, could mirror life exist too? If there are mirror planets, with mirror atmospheres and mirror chemistry, then why wouldn't mirror organisms evolve? Could there be an entire ecosystem, an entire civilization, existing just out of reach, forever invisible to us? If so, how would they perceive their universe? Would they be aware of us? Would they have their own version of physics, their own theories about the structure of reality? Would they ever develop a way to detect our world, just as we are trying to detect theirs? Some researchers have speculated that mirror matter could occasionally interact with our world in small, fleeting ways. Certain unexplained anomalies, like fluctuations in the decay rates of radioactive elements, or strange signals that don't match any known source, might be hints of brief interactions between our universe and the mirror universe. If that's the case, then finding mirror matter might not just be a matter of looking outward into space, it might also require looking closer to home. But if mirror stars, mirror planets, and mirror life exist, then the biggest question of all is, what does this mean for the future of science? If we one day prove the existence of a parallel form of matter, it would revolutionize physics. It could change our understanding of gravity, of space-time, of the fundamental forces of nature. It could even open the door to new technologies based on interactions between normal matter and mirror matter, leading to discoveries beyond anything we can currently imagine. For now, mirror stars remain a mystery. But science thrives on mysteries. The more we explore, the more we question, the closer we get to uncovering the hidden truths of the universe. Somewhere out there, a mirror star may be burning, unseen, unfelt, waiting for us to discover the key to its existence. The implications of mirror stars go beyond just their existence. They force us to reconsider the very nature of reality itself. If mirror matter exists, then it suggests that the universe isn't just what we see, but also what we don't see. Imagine a vast cosmic landscape where every visible star has an unseen twin, where galaxies hold a hidden structure of dark counterparts, shaping the universe in ways we never imagined. One of the biggest questions is whether mirror matter follows the same physical laws as ordinary matter. If mirror stars form, do they undergo nuclear fusion like regular stars? Or do they burn in an entirely different way, governed by forces we have yet to understand? Since mirror matter doesn't interact electromagnetically, it wouldn't produce light through the same mechanisms. This means that, even if mirror stars generate energy, they would remain dark to our telescopes, making them practically invisible unless we can detect their gravitational effects. This raises another fascinating possibility. Could some of the unexplained gravitational anomalies observed in space be the result of mirror stars? Astronomers have detected strange movements in galaxies, stars moving in ways that don't align with the visible mass we can account for. While this has traditionally been attributed to dark matter, what if some of that dark matter is actually structured, forming stars, planets, and even mirror solar systems? If that's the case, then our galaxy, and every other galaxy, could be home to an entire hidden realm, right alongside the one we can see. But if mirror stars exist, what happens when they die? Normal stars follow a life cycle dictated by their mass. Small stars fade into white dwarfs, larger stars explode as supernovae, and the most massive ones collapse into black holes or neutron stars. But what about a mirror star? Would it undergo a mirror supernova, an explosion that unleashes energy in a form we can't detect? Or would it collapse directly into a mirror black hole, becoming even more hidden from our view? One of the most intriguing theories is that mirror stars could act as gravitational lenses, warping the space around them and bending the light from distant galaxies. This could create strange distortions in the way we see the universe, revealing their presence in subtle ways. If astronomers carefully analyze how distant starlight is bent and magnified, they might be able to detect these invisible objects indirectly. But there's another possibility, one that could challenge everything we think we know about physics. What if, under rare circumstances, mirror matter and normal matter can interact? The prevailing theory suggests that mirror matter is entirely separate, interacting only through gravity. But some researchers have proposed that there might be weak interactions between the two. If that's true, then there could be rare events, perhaps in the cores of certain stars or in extreme environments, where mirror matter and normal matter collide. What would happen in such a collision? Would it produce energy in an unknown form? Would it create new, exotic particles? Or could it trigger effects we've never observed before? If mirror matter and normal matter can interact in any way, then this could lead to one of the most mind-blowing possibilities of all, the potential for communication between our world and a mirror world. Imagine if, somewhere in the depths of the cosmos, an intelligent civilization made of mirror matter existed. To them, we would be as invisible as they are to us. But if there were a way, however small, for the two realms to interact, then one day, we might discover a means of detecting them. And if that were possible, then we have to ask, could they detect us? Could a mirror scientist, on a mirror planet, be studying the unexplained gravitational effects in their own universe, wondering if there is an unseen world influencing their cosmos? If so, then the search for mirror stars isn't just about finding strange new objects in space. It's about uncovering an entire hidden layer of reality. This is the kind of mystery that pushes science forward. The idea of mirror stars may sound like science fiction, but so did the idea of black holes just a century ago. The universe has a way of surprising us, revealing hidden truths that challenge our understanding of how everything works. So, how close are we to proving mirror stars exist? Scientists are already searching for gravitational anomalies, unexplained cosmic events, and distortions in starlight that could hint at these invisible giants. The search is difficult, but history has shown us that the greatest discoveries often begin as the strangest ideas. If mirror stars exist, then the universe is far bigger and far stranger than we ever imagined. There may be entire galaxies, entire civilizations, even entire versions of ourselves, existing in parallel with our own reality, just beyond the reach of our senses. And if we ever find a way to cross that boundary, to detect, study, or even interact with this hidden universe, it could redefine the way we see existence itself. If mirror matter truly exists, then its impact on astrophysics and cosmology would be profound. It wouldn't just be a strange, theoretical addition to our current understanding of the universe. It would fundamentally change how we see everything. It could explain mysteries that have puzzled scientists for decades, from the nature of dark matter to the unexplained gravitational anomalies observed in deep space. One of the most intriguing possibilities is that mirror stars could help solve the problem of missing mass in the universe. Right now, we know that galaxies spin faster than they should based on the amount of visible matter they contain. Something unseen is holding them together, something we currently call dark matter. But what if dark matter isn't just a formless, invisible substance? What if some of it is structured, forming stars, planets, and even mirror galaxies? If mirror matter forms into objects, then some of the missing mass we've been searching for might actually be hiding in plain sight, just in a form we can't directly observe. This raises even more questions. If mirror matter forms stars, then could it also form planets? Could entire mirror solar systems exist, orbiting around invisible suns, completely undetectable to us except through their gravitational influence? If so, then how many of these hidden systems are out there? Could they outnumber regular stars? Could our own galaxy be teeming with unseen structures, shaping its evolution in ways we don't yet understand? And if mirror planets exist, what does that mean for the possibility of life? We usually think of life as something that requires light, heat, and chemical reactions that we can observe. But if mirror matter follows its own version of physics, then the conditions for life could be completely different from what we know. There could be mirror organisms, mirror ecosystems, even intelligent mirror civilizations, living right alongside us in an invisible world. The idea of an invisible twin civilization is one of the most mind-bending implications of mirror matter. If these beings exist, would they ever be able to detect us? Would they experience their own version of scientific discovery, wondering why their universe behaves the way it does? Just as we search for dark matter and try to explain gravitational anomalies, could a mirror scientist on a mirror planet be doing the exact same thing, searching for signs of an unseen world? This possibility forces us to rethink our assumptions about the universe. We often assume that what we can see is all there is. But if mirror matter is real, then a vast, parallel reality may exist, intertwined with our own in ways we barely comprehend. One of the most fascinating possibilities is that mirror matter could occasionally interact with normal matter under extreme conditions. Most of the time, mirror matter is thought to be separate from regular matter, only interacting through gravity. But some theories suggest that, under the right circumstances, the two types of matter might collide or even mix. If that's true, then there could be rare and mysterious cosmic events where normal stars and mirror stars come into contact. What would happen in such an event? Could it create new forms of radiation? Could it produce unknown particles that don't fit into our current understanding of physics? Could it explain some of the most mysterious explosions and energy bursts we've observed in deep space? There are cosmic events, like fast radio bursts, strange gamma-ray emissions, and unexplained stellar anomalies, that defy explanation. Could some of these be signs of hidden interactions between mirror matter and ordinary matter? This idea has led some scientists to propose that we might be able to detect mirror matter indirectly, by looking for strange, unexplained phenomena. For example, if a mirror object were to collide with a regular planet, what would the effects be? Would it create an impact that releases energy in an unfamiliar way? Would it appear as a gravitational anomaly, as if an invisible force were tugging at the planet? If mirror stars exist, then perhaps the key to proving their existence isn't looking for them directly, but looking for the strange effects they might have on the normal universe. But there's another possibility, one that could redefine physics itself. Some scientists have speculated that, under the right conditions, it might be possible to create or manipulate mirror matter in a laboratory. If that's true, then mirror matter wouldn't just be a distant, cosmic mystery. It would be something we could study up close here on Earth. Imagine the implications. If we could generate mirror particles, we might be able to learn how they behave. We might be able to test whether they truly don't interact with light, or whether there are rare exceptions. If mirror matter follows different physics, then studying it could lead to discoveries that revolutionize technology, energy, and even space travel. And if we could ever find a way to communicate with a mirror civilization, if there were even a small window where our two realities could interact, then it would change everything we know about life in the universe. For now, the idea remains speculative, but history has shown us that today's wild theories can become tomorrow's groundbreaking discoveries. The search for mirror stars is just beginning, and the questions they raise are some of the most profound in all of science. Could our universe be far bigger than we ever imagined, filled with hidden structures we can't yet perceive? Could there be stars, planets, and even civilizations made of invisible matter, shaping the cosmos in ways we don't yet understand? If mirror stars exist, then we may be standing on the edge of one of the greatest discoveries in history, a discovery that could reveal an entire hidden world, right alongside our own. The idea of mirror stars, and by extension, mirror matter, challenges some of our deepest assumptions about the nature of reality. If these stars exist, then everything we think we know about the structure of the universe needs to be reconsidered. What if the reason we can't detect most of the mass in the cosmos isn't because it's made of some unknown, exotic substance, but because it's simply a different version of the matter we already know, one that interacts only through gravity and remains invisible to our telescopes? This hypothesis raises more questions than it answers. If mirror stars are real, how do they form? Do they follow the same life cycle as ordinary stars, going through stages of birth, fusion, and eventual collapse? Or do they follow an entirely different set of physical rules? Could mirror stars go supernova? If so, what would that look like? Would it release energy in a form that we can detect, or would the explosion remain completely hidden, visible only through its gravitational effects? If mirror stars undergo their own version of nuclear fusion, then what elements do they produce? In our universe, normal stars forge elements like hydrogen, helium, and heavier elements up to iron. But what if mirror stars produce an entirely different set of elements, ones that don't exist in our visible world? If mirror matter doesn't interact with light, then even if these elements were somehow scattered into our universe, we wouldn't be able to see them. This could mean that entire periodic tables of unknown elements exist within the mirror world, forming unknown compounds and potentially even unknown forms of life. And speaking of life, if mirror planets exist, and if they can develop atmospheres and ecosystems, then what are the chances that life could emerge in such a hidden world? Would mirror organisms be bound by the same evolutionary pressures as life in our universe? Would they develop senses adapted to detecting mirror matter, just as our senses are adapted to detecting regular matter? Would they even be aware that another type of matter exists, just as we are only beginning to suspect their existence? One of the most mind-bending implications of mirror matter is that it suggests a kind of cosmic parallelism, two versions of reality, coexisting but largely unaware of each other. It makes you wonder, if mirror stars and planets are real, could there be mirror versions of everything? Could there be a mirror version of our own solar system, with a mirror Earth orbiting a mirror Sun? Could there be a mirror version of you, made entirely of mirror particles, existing in a parallel yet undetectable state? This isn't just science fiction. Some theoretical models suggest that if mirror matter formed at the same time as regular matter in the early universe, then it could have followed a similar evolutionary path, leading to structures that parallel our own. If true, then the mirror universe might not just be a scattered collection of isolated objects. It might be an entire hidden cosmos, structured in ways that closely resemble our own but made of a form of matter that we simply cannot see. But if mirror stars and mirror planets exist, then why haven't we detected them yet? The answer might be that we've been looking for the wrong signs. If mirror matter doesn't interact with light, then our usual methods of detection, telescopes, spectrometry, and other optical instruments, won't work. Instead, we may need to rely entirely on gravitational effects, searching for anomalies in the movement of galaxies and stars that could hint at the presence of massive, invisible objects. Some scientists have already begun looking for evidence in unexpected places. For example, unexplained lensing effects, where light from distant stars bends in ways that don't match our models, could be signs of mirror matter's gravitational pull. There have also been mysterious observations of stars that seem to wink out, for no reason, disappearing from view without an explosion or collapse? Could these stars be temporarily obscured by massive, invisible objects passing in front of them? Perhaps mirror stars drifting through our galaxy? And what about neutron stars and black holes? These extreme objects already push the limits of our understanding, but if mirror matter exists, then they could behave in ways we don't yet understand. Could there be mirror neutron stars, compressed into an exotic form of matter that we've never encountered? Could there be mirror black holes, swallowing mirror matter and normal matter alike, but only revealing themselves through their gravitational effects? The possibility of mirror black holes is especially interesting. If a mirror black hole existed, it would be completely undetectable through traditional means, since it wouldn't interact with light at all. The only way we could find it would be by observing its gravitational influence on surrounding objects. If a massive region of space appeared to contain no visible matter, but still exerted a strong gravitational pull, then we might have found evidence of a mirror black hole. And what about the role of mirror matter in the large-scale structure of the universe? Some scientists have suggested that entire mirror galaxies could exist alongside our own, their mass helping to explain the missing dark matter we've been searching for. If true, then we may be living in a universe that is far more complex than we ever imagined, one in which two versions of reality exist side by side, shaping each other's evolution through invisible forces. If we could ever confirm the existence of mirror matter, it would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in the history of physics. It would explain some of the greatest cosmic mysteries, from the nature of dark matter to the behavior of gravity. It could open the door to entirely new theories of physics, forcing us to rethink the very nature of reality itself. But perhaps the most exciting possibility is what this means for the future. If we could find a way to interact with mirror matter, if there were even a tiny loophole in the laws of physics that allowed us to cross the barrier, then we might one day be able to explore an entirely new realm of existence. Imagine being able to build a device that could detect mirror matter directly, revealing a hidden world that has existed alongside us all along. Imagine the possibility of reaching into this invisible universe, learning its secrets, and perhaps even making contact with whatever might be living there. For now, mirror stars remain a tantalizing mystery, a hidden possibility that lies just beyond our reach. But as technology advances and our understanding of the universe deepens, we may be closer than ever to unlocking their secrets. If mirror matter is real, then our view of the cosmos is about to change forever. If mirror matter exists, then it might be the key to solving one of the biggest mysteries in cosmology: dark matter. For decades, scientists have been trying to understand why galaxies behave the way they do. Based on the amount of visible matter we can observe, galaxies should not be able to hold themselves together. The outer stars and spiral galaxies, for example, are moving too fast, so fast that they should fly off into space. But they don't. Something unseen must be holding them in place, providing extra gravity that prevents them from falling apart. For a long time, scientists have assumed this unseen force must come from some kind of exotic dark matter, a completely new type of particle that doesn't interact with light or normal matter in any way other than through gravity. The problem is, after years of searching, we still haven't found any direct evidence of these dark matter particles. No particle accelerator has detected them, and no experiment has conclusively proven their existence. But what if dark matter isn't a strange, exotic particle after all? What if it's just regular matter, but in a mirror version that doesn't interact with our own? If mirror stars and mirror galaxies exist, then they would behave exactly like dark matter. They would have mass, they would exert gravity, but they would be completely invisible. This would explain why we can't see them, why they don't emit or absorb light, and why they seem to be spread throughout the universe in exactly the way we expect dark matter to be. If this theory is correct, then the implications are staggering. It would mean that dark matter isn't some mysterious, unknown substance. It's just another form of the matter we already understand. And it would mean that the missing mass of the universe isn't missing at all. It's right there, hiding in plain sight, existing as a shadow version of our own reality. But if that's true, then how did mirror matter form? Scientists believe that in the earliest moments of the universe, when everything was still an unimaginably hot, dense soup of particles, there may have been a slight imbalance, just enough for mirror matter to form alongside regular matter. If that happened, then it's possible that mirror matter followed its own separate evolutionary path, leading to the formation of mirror stars, mirror galaxies, and even mirror planets. But here's where things get even weirder. If mirror planets exist, then could they have mirror life? If the laws of physics apply to mirror matter in the same way they apply to normal matter, then there's no reason why complex structures couldn't form. Mirror molecules could combine into mirror cells, and mirror cells could evolve into mirror organisms. But here's the catch. Because mirror matter doesn't interact with light, mirror life would be completely undetectable. It wouldn't reflect, absorb, or emit any kind of electromagnetic radiation, which means we could be surrounded by it without even knowing. Imagine if, right now, an entire parallel ecosystem existed alongside our own: cities, forests, entire civilizations made of mirror matter. We wouldn't be able to see them, touch them, or interact with them in any way. They could pass through us, living in a hidden world that shares the same space as our own. If mirror lifeforms developed intelligence, they might be asking the same questions we are, wondering if there's an invisible counterpart to their reality. But there's an even stranger possibility. What if mirror matter and regular matter can interact under very specific conditions? Some theories suggest that there could be weak interactions between the two, tiny, rare instances where particles from one world can influence the other. If that's true, then it might be possible for mirror matter to have subtle effects on our universe. Some scientists have even speculated that unexplained phenomena, things like strange gravitational anomalies, could be the result of mirror matter interactions. What if, in rare cases, something from the mirror world accidentally crosses over into our own? Of course, this is all speculation for now. We still don't have concrete proof that mirror matter exists. But if we ever do find it, the implications would be enormous. It would change everything we know about the universe, revealing a hidden reality that has been right next to us all along. And if we ever find a way to communicate with or even enter this mirror world, then we may discover that the greatest mystery of all is not what lies out in the distant cosmos, but what has been right beside us the whole time. If mirror matter truly exists, then the implications go beyond just solving the dark matter problem. It would force us to rethink the very nature of reality itself. The idea that an entire parallel universe could exist alongside ours, made of the same fundamental building blocks but completely invisible to us, is both mind-boggling and terrifying. But how could we prove it? Scientists have proposed several ways to test for the existence of mirror matter. One possibility is through neutron oscillations. Some theories suggest that ordinary neutrons might have a tiny probability of converting into mirror neutrons, briefly disappearing from our reality before reappearing. If this process occurs, we might be able to detect it in high-precision neutron experiments by observing unexplained losses of neutrons or changes in their decay rates. Another possible way to detect mirror matter is through its gravitational effects. If mirror stars and mirror planets exist, then they should still exert gravity on normal matter. Some scientists believe that certain unexplained gravitational anomalies, such as those seen in astrophysical observations, could be the result of invisible mirror objects interacting with normal matter. For instance, some have suggested that mirror planets could exist within our own solar system, hidden from view but influencing the orbits of known celestial bodies. If mirror matter is real, then one of the most intriguing questions is whether it could be artificially created or manipulated. If scientists could find a way to interact with mirror matter, even in the smallest way, it would open up a whole new realm of possibilities. Could we develop technology that allows us to interact with this hidden world? Could we one day create a mirror window, a device that lets us peer into the unseen universe next to ours? And if mirror matter contains life, how would it react to the discovery of our existence? But there's an even stranger possibility, one that might explain some of the most baffling mysteries in physics. If mirror matter is real, then it might be possible that some particles in our universe are already interacting with their mirror counterparts in ways we don't fully understand. Some researchers have speculated that unexplained cosmic phenomena, such as fast radio bursts or certain types of high-energy cosmic rays, could be the result of mirror matter interactions. Could some of the signals we've been detecting from deep space actually be messages from the mirror universe? And then there's the question of time. If mirror matter obeys the same physical laws as normal matter but follows a different set of conditions, could time in the mirror universe run differently from our own? Could there be places where time moves slower or faster in the mirror world, creating regions where strange physics occur? If so, then mirror matter might not just be an invisible counterpart to our universe. It could be a key to unlocking entirely new dimensions of reality. One of the most unsettling ideas about mirror matter is the possibility that it might occasionally interact with our world in unpredictable ways. Some scientists have speculated that certain unexplained anomalies in physical experiments could be linked to brief, accidental interactions with the mirror world. But if that's the case, then the biggest question remains: why haven't we seen any definitive proof? If mirror matter is as abundant as some theories suggest, then shouldn't we have noticed it by now? Some scientists believe that we simply haven't been looking in the right way. Because mirror matter doesn't interact with light or electromagnetic forces, traditional detection methods won't work. Instead, we may need to develop new techniques that rely on gravity-based detection or high-energy particle interactions. And if we ever do find concrete evidence of mirror matter, then what comes next? Could we one day travel to the mirror world? If we found a way to access it, would we be able to survive there? Or would the physical laws be too different? And if we could communicate with mirror life, how would we even begin to understand their existence? The discovery of mirror matter wouldn't just change physics. It would change everything. It would mean that we are not alone, not in the sense of alien life, but in the sense that an entire hidden world has been coexisting with us all along. It would mean that our understanding of the universe has been incomplete, that what we see is only half of what's really there. And it would mean that the greatest discoveries in science may not be waiting for us in deep space, but right here, hidden in plain sight, just beyond the reach of our senses. The idea that an entire hidden universe of mirror matter could be coexisting with ours raises some of the most mind-bending questions in modern physics. If such a reality exists, how did it come to be? What role does it play in the grand structure of the cosmos? And most intriguingly, what are the possibilities of ever making direct contact with this shadow world? These are not just abstract questions, they are fundamental to our understanding of existence itself. If mirror matter is real, then it forces us to confront the possibility that what we perceive as reality is only a fraction of what truly exists. One of the most compelling reasons scientists take mirror matter seriously is its potential connection to dark matter. For decades, astronomers have been baffled by the fact that galaxies and galaxy clusters do not behave as they should if they were only composed of normal matter. Observations of rotational curves in galaxies show that the outer stars are moving much too fast, which implies the presence of an invisible mass exerting gravitational influence. The conventional explanation has been that dark matter, an entirely new type of undiscovered particle, fills the universe, providing the extra gravitational pull needed to hold galaxies together. But despite extensive searches, no direct evidence of dark matter particles has been found. This is where the mirror matter hypothesis comes in. Instead of assuming that dark matter is made of some exotic, unknown particle, what if it is simply normal matter that exists in a parallel, mirror form? In this scenario, mirror matter would have mass and exert gravitational influence, just like regular matter, but it would be completely invisible to us because it does not interact with light or normal electromagnetic forces. This would explain why we cannot see it, why we cannot detect it with traditional instruments, and why it appears to be distributed throughout the universe in exactly the way that dark matter is expected to be. In other words, mirror matter could be the missing mass of the universe, an entire cosmos hiding in plain sight, exerting its gravitational pull on galaxies, yet remaining undetectable by conventional means. But the implications of mirror matter go far beyond just explaining dark matter. If mirror matter formed in parallel with normal matter during the early moments of the universe, then it is possible that it followed a similar evolutionary path. This means that there could be mirror versions of everything we know: mirror atoms, mirror molecules, mirror planets, mirror stars, and even mirror life. In this scenario, entire mirror galaxies could exist in tandem with our own, forming a shadow version of the universe that is completely invisible to us. These galaxies would be structured in the same way as ours, with mirror suns, mirror solar systems, and potentially even mirror Earth-like planets. But because they do not emit or reflect light, we would have no way of directly observing them, at least, not yet. The idea of mirror stars is particularly fascinating. In theory, mirror stars would function in much the same way as ordinary stars, undergoing nuclear fusion and producing energy. However, because mirror matter does not interact with normal electromagnetic radiation, these stars would not shine in any of the wavelengths we can detect. They could be burning just as brightly as our own sun, but their light would be entirely contained within the mirror world. The only evidence of their existence would be the gravitational effects they exert on visible matter. If a mirror star were to pass near a regular star, it could cause unexplained shifts in its motion. If a mirror planet existed within our solar system, it could subtly alter the orbits of the planets we can see. Some scientists have even speculated that strange anomalies in astronomical data, such as unexpected gravitational lensing effects, could be indirect evidence of mirror stars or planets. But the truly mind-blowing idea is the possibility that mirror life could exist. If mirror matter obeys the same fundamental physical laws as normal matter, then it should be able to form complex structures. Mirror molecules could combine to form mirror DNA, mirror proteins, and mirror cells. Over time, these cells could evolve into mirror organisms, leading to the development of entire mirror ecosystems. These life forms would be completely undetectable by conventional means, but they could be just as diverse and complex as life on Earth. There could be mirror forests, mirror oceans, and even mirror civilizations, entire societies existing alongside ours but completely invisible to us. This raises a profound question: could mirror life ever interact with our own? If mirror matter truly does not interact with normal matter in any way other than through gravity, then the answer would seem to be no. But some theories suggest that there could be rare instances where weak interactions occur between the two worlds. If so, then it is possible that mirror matter could occasionally influence our reality in subtle ways. Some researchers have even proposed that certain unexplained phenomena could be the result of brief interactions with the mirror world. One of the most intriguing possibilities is that mirror matter could be leaking into our universe in small amounts. If there is a way for mirror particles to transition into normal particles, then this could provide a way for us to detect them. Some experiments have been designed to look for unusual particle decays or neutron oscillations that might hint at the presence of mirror matter. If we ever find conclusive evidence of such interactions, it would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in the history of physics. It would prove that an entire hidden universe exists alongside our own and that our reality is far more complex than we ever imagined. But what if the interaction between our world and the mirror world is not one-sided? If mirror matter can occasionally influence normal matter, could the reverse also be true? If so, then it is possible that intelligent mirror beings, if they exist, could be searching for us in the same way that we are searching for them. They might be developing their own scientific theories about an unseen counterpart to their world, wondering if another reality exists just beyond their reach. And if they ever found a way to communicate, it would mean that humanity is not just facing the possibility of extraterrestrial contact, but the possibility of interacting with an entirely separate form of existence. The search for mirror matter is still in its early stages, but the implications are staggering. If it is real, then it could explain some of the biggest mysteries in modern physics, from dark matter to unexplained gravitational anomalies. It could mean that the universe is twice as complex as we ever imagined, with an entire hidden reality existing alongside our own. And it could mean that the greatest discoveries in science are not waiting for us in the distant reaches of space, but right here, in the invisible depths of our own world. If the mirror world exists, then we have to reconsider everything we think we know about physics, cosmology, and even our own place in the universe. We have always assumed that the observable cosmos, the stars, galaxies, and cosmic structures we can see, represents the entirety of reality. But if mirror matter is real, then what we perceive is only half the picture. The universe as we know it might be like a reflection on the surface of a lake, with an entire hidden reality lying just beneath the surface, invisible yet exerting a profound influence on the world we inhabit. One of the most intriguing aspects of mirror matter is its potential role in cosmic structure formation. When we look at the early universe, we see that galaxies and large-scale cosmic filaments formed in a pattern that suggests the presence of an unseen gravitational framework. Cosmologists have long theorized that dark matter must have played a crucial role in shaping this structure, providing the gravitational scaffolding that allowed galaxies to form and cluster together. But if mirror matter is the true explanation for dark matter, then this means that entire mirror galaxies may have coalesced alongside our own, forming a twin network of cosmic structures that we cannot see. Imagine a scenario in which every galaxy we observe has a mirror counterpart, a ghostly twin that exists in the same location but is entirely composed of mirror matter. These mirror galaxies would have their own stars, their own planetary systems, and potentially their own forms of life. Yet, because they do not interact with normal electromagnetic radiation, they would be completely undetectable using conventional telescopes. The only evidence of their existence would be the gravitational pull they exert on normal matter, shaping the motion of galaxies and bending the light of distant stars through gravitational lensing. This raises an even more profound possibility. What if our own galaxy has a mirror twin? The Milky Way is a vast, complex structure with billions of stars, planets, and cosmic phenomena. If the mirror matter hypothesis is correct, then there could be a mirror Milky Way, a parallel version of our galaxy composed entirely of mirror matter. Within this hidden galaxy, there could be mirror stars, mirror planetary systems, and perhaps even a mirror Earth-like planet orbiting a mirror Sunday. The thought that an entire twin version of our cosmic home could exist, unseen and undetectable, is one of the most mind-expanding ideas in modern physics. But how would mirror stars behave compared to regular stars? In our universe, stars form from clouds of gas that collapse under gravity, triggering nuclear fusion at their cores. This process releases immense energy, generating the light and heat that sustain planetary systems. If mirror matter obeys the same fundamental laws of physics, then mirror stars would follow a similar process, undergoing fusion and burning just as brightly as regular stars. However, because they do not interact with normal photons, their light would be completely invisible to us. These stars could be burning with the same intensity as our Sun, yet remain undetectable except for their gravitational effects. One of the most exciting aspects of this idea is that mirror stars might occasionally interact with normal matter in ways that we can observe. For example, if a mirror star were to pass through a dense region of regular matter, such as a nebula or a molecular cloud, it might gravitationally influence the surrounding gas, creating strange and unexpected motions. Similarly, if a mirror planet were to exist within our solar system, its gravitational pull might cause small but measurable deviations in the orbits of known planets. Some researchers have even speculated that unexplained anomalies in planetary motion could be indirect evidence of hidden mirror objects lurking within our cosmic neighborhood. If mirror matter exists, then it also raises the possibility that mirror black holes could exist as well. Black holes are regions of space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. If mirror matter follows the same physical laws as normal matter, then mirror black holes could form in much the same way as regular black holes, through the collapse of massive mirror stars. But unlike regular black holes, which can be detected by the X-ray emissions from their accretion disks, mirror black holes would be completely invisible. The only way we might detect them would be through their gravitational influence on surrounding matter. Some astronomers have speculated that certain unexplained gravitational anomalies, such as those observed in the motion of stars near the center of the Milky Way, could be evidence of hidden mirror black holes exerting their influence on normal matter. Another fascinating possibility is that mirror matter could provide an explanation for certain mysterious cosmic events. For example, astronomers have long been puzzled by fast radio bursts, FRBs, intense, millisecond-long bursts of radio waves that appear to come from distant galaxies. The origin of these bursts remains a mystery, but some researchers have suggested that they could be caused by interactions between normal matter and mirror matter. If mirror neutron stars or mirror magnet stars exist, they might occasionally interact with normal matter in ways that produce detectable bursts of energy. Similarly, some have proposed that mirror supernovae, explosions of dying mirror stars, could produce gravitational waves that we might be able to detect with advanced observatories. But perhaps the most mind-bending question of all is whether mirror matter could play a role in unexplained terrestrial phenomena. If mirror particles occasionally transition into normal matter, then this could have profound implications for everything from particle physics to biology. Some researchers have speculated that certain rare particle interactions, such as unexpected neutron disappearance events, could be signs of mirror matter particles briefly entering our reality. Others have suggested that mirror matter could influence biological processes in unknown ways, potentially providing an explanation for certain anomalous phenomena that science has yet to fully understand. What if mirror matter has already been detected, but we simply didn't recognize it? Some experiments designed to study dark matter have produced strange, unexplained signals that do not fit with conventional physics models. In some cases, particles seem to appear and disappear in ways that defy explanation. Could these be signs of mirror particles briefly interacting with normal matter before vanishing back into their hidden realm? If so, then we might be on the verge of one of the greatest scientific discoveries in history, a breakthrough that could completely redefine our understanding of the universe. The search for mirror matter is still in its infancy, but the implications are staggering. If it exists, then it could explain some of the biggest mysteries in physics, from the nature of dark matter to the unexplained gravitational anomalies we observe throughout the cosmos. It could mean that the universe is twice as complex as we ever imagined, with an entire hidden reality existing alongside our own. And it could mean that the greatest discoveries in science are not waiting for us in the distant reaches of space, but right here, in the invisible depths of our own world. The idea that mirror matter could exist right alongside us, influencing the universe in ways we've only begun to suspect, is nothing short of revolutionary. If this hidden form of matter is real, then our entire understanding of physics, cosmology, and even the potential for life in the universe needs to be rewritten. The implications are staggering, not just for how we see the cosmos, but for how we see ourselves within it. For decades, astronomers have struggled to explain why galaxies behave the way they do. The way stars move within galaxies suggests that there is far more mass present than what we can see. This is why scientists first proposed dark matter, a mysterious, invisible substance that makes up most of the universe's mass. But dark matter remains elusive. Despite years of searching, no direct evidence of dark matter particles has ever been found. Mirror matter offers a fascinating alternative. What if the missing mass of the universe isn't made up of some exotic, never-before-seen particles, but rather a hidden twin of our own universe? A realm where every galaxy, every star, and every planet has a mirror counterpart. A cosmos where a parallel reality unfolds just out of reach, never interacting with our own except through gravity? If true, this means that every empty space we look at may not be empty at all. It may be filled with mirror stars, mirror planets, and even mirror black holes, all hidden in plain sight. But here's where things get even more interesting. If mirror matter exists, it might not just be confined to deep space. It could be here, right now, all around us. Imagine if every cubic meter of space you walk through is also occupied by an invisible, untouchable counterpart that we simply cannot detect. You might be sitting in a chair, unaware that, in the same place, a mirror version of that chair also exists, composed entirely of mirror matter. It sounds like something out of science fiction, but the physics behind it is plausible. One of the most mind-boggling possibilities is that mirror matter could occasionally interact with our world in ways that we haven't yet identified. For example, certain unexplained particle physics experiments have suggested that neutrons, particles found in atomic nuclei, sometimes seem to disappear for fractions of a second before reappearing. Some physicists believe this could be evidence of neutrons temporarily transitioning into their mirror counterparts before returning. If true, this would be groundbreaking proof that the mirror universe is real. But what about something even more extreme? Could mirror matter be responsible for other strange, unexplained cosmic events? Take fast radio bursts, FRBs, for example. Intense blasts of radio waves coming from deep space, lasting just milliseconds. Some of these bursts are one-time events, while others repeat with no clear pattern. Scientists have been baffled by their origin. Could they be signals from mirror supernovae, mirror neutron stars, or some other kind of high-energy event happening in the mirror universe? If mirror stars exist, they would likely form in ways similar to normal stars, collapsing from clouds of mirror gas and undergoing nuclear fusion. However, because mirror matter doesn't interact with normal photons, we would never see their light. These stars could be burning just as brightly as the sun, yet they would be completely invisible. But here's where things get really strange. Some scientists believe that under rare conditions, small amounts of mirror matter could mix with normal matter. If this happens, it might explain some of the strangest astrophysical phenomena we observe. Consider the possibility of mirror planets. If mirror matter behaves like normal matter, then planets could form in the mirror universe just as they do in ours. There could be entire solar systems, teeming with mirror worlds, orbiting mirror suns. And if that's true, then one question becomes impossible to ignore: could there be mirror life? If mirror matter can form complex structures, then what's stopping it from evolving life? A mirror Earth, orbiting a mirror sun, could have the same physical conditions as our own planet. It could have water, an atmosphere, even biological processes, except they would be made entirely of mirror particles, invisible to us. This means that somewhere, in the vast expanse of the cosmos, intelligent beings could exist in a parallel mirror universe, unaware of our presence, just as we are unaware of theirs. But what if there was a way to make contact? If mirror matter interacts with normal matter only through gravity, then the only way to communicate with a mirror civilization would be through gravitational waves. Some physicists have suggested that sudden movements of large mirror objects, such as mirror stars colliding, could produce gravitational waves that we might be able to detect with our advanced observatories. Could it be possible that some of the gravitational waves we've already detected were caused not by black holes or neutron stars, but by events occurring in the mirror universe? Even more chilling is the possibility that mirror matter has already been here, on Earth. Some scientists have speculated that if mirror matter interacts with normal matter only in rare circumstances, it might occasionally accumulate inside our planet. There are even theories suggesting that mirror matter could be hiding deep within the Earth's core. If true, then our own planet could have a hidden, invisible component that we've never been able to detect. If mirror matter exists within the Earth, it could explain certain geological mysteries. For example, some have speculated that mirror matter could be responsible for unexplained seismic activity. Could it be possible that hidden mirror structures within the Earth occasionally shift, creating tremors that we mistakenly attribute to purely normal geological processes? And what if some of the most mysterious anomalies in physics, things that have puzzled scientists for decades, are actually the result of interactions with the mirror world? Some physicists have proposed that certain unexplained energy fluctuations in particle physics experiments could be the result of mirror particles momentarily transitioning into our reality. If we can confirm this, it would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in human history, proving that an entire hidden reality exists alongside our own. The implications of mirror matter are so profound that they stretch the limits of what we even consider to be real. If the mirror universe exists, then the cosmos is far more complex than we ever imagined. It means that when we look up at the night sky, what we see is only half the story. It means that for every star, every galaxy, every black hole we observe, there could be an invisible counterpart, mirroring our own reality in a hidden, parallel universe. And perhaps the most thrilling question of all, if there is a mirror universe, how do we explore it? If mirror matter is truly out there, then finding a way to interact with it would be one of the greatest scientific challenges of all time. Could future technology allow us to glimpse into the mirror world? Could we one day create a device capable of detecting mirror light, or even traveling into the mirror universe itself? Right now, mirror matter remains one of the most tantalizing mysteries in physics. But if it's real, then the universe is more than just what we see. It's a vast, hidden reality waiting to be discovered. The question is no longer whether we live in a universe filled with cosmic mysteries. The question is whether we have the courage to look beyond what we can see, and search for what has been hidden all along. The search for mirror matter isn't just about proving a new theory, it's about uncovering an entire hidden half of reality. If this parallel world exists, it challenges everything we think we know about physics, astronomy, and even the very nature of existence. And the implications go far beyond just theoretical physics. They could impact space exploration, energy production, and perhaps even our understanding of consciousness itself. One of the most pressing questions about mirror matter is whether we can detect it directly. If it only interacts with normal matter through gravity, then our traditional telescopes and detectors will never be able to see it. However, there might be indirect ways to prove its existence. Scientists have proposed that if a mirror object, such as a mirror asteroid, were to collide with a normal object, the effects might be measurable. Some researchers believe that certain unexplained cosmic ray bursts could actually be the result of mirror-matter interactions. If a mirror asteroid were to enter our solar system and collide with a normal asteroid, the resulting energy release might create a unique signature that we could detect. But what about closer to home? If mirror matter exists, could there be pockets of it right here on Earth? Some physicists have suggested that certain unexplained disappearances of particles in high-energy physics experiments could be evidence of mirror matter. For example, in some neutron decay experiments, a tiny fraction of neutrons seem to vanish for a brief moment before reappearing. This has led some scientists to theorize that these neutrons might be temporarily transitioning into their mirror counterparts. If true, this would be groundbreaking evidence that the mirror world is not just a distant, cosmic mystery, but something that exists all around us. Another intriguing possibility is that mirror matter could be responsible for some of the most perplexing anomalies in astronomy. Take, for example, the mysterious missing baryon problem. When scientists calculate the total amount of normal matter in the universe, they find that a significant portion of it seems to be missing. Could it be that some of this missing matter has simply transitioned into mirror form, making it invisible to our instruments? If so, this would provide a simple and elegant solution to a problem that has puzzled astronomers for years. And then there's the question of mirror black holes. If mirror matter behaves like normal matter, then it should also be able to collapse into black holes. But here's where things get truly mind-bending. What if some of the black holes we observe aren't made of normal matter at all? If mirror matter forms its own black holes, they would be completely invisible to us, detectable only by their gravitational pull. Some physicists have speculated that certain unexplained gravitational anomalies, such as unusually strong gravitational lensing effects in deep space, could be caused by mirror black holes. If true, this would mean that a significant portion of the black holes we detect might not belong to our visible universe at all. But perhaps the most exciting, and terrifying, possibility is that mirror matter could one day be harnessed for technological advancements. If scientists can find a way to interact with mirror matter, it could revolutionize our understanding of energy production. Some researchers have suggested that mirror matter could be a source of nearly limitless energy. If mirror particles can transition into our reality under certain conditions, then it might be possible to develop technologies that extract energy from the mirror world. This could lead to entirely new forms of power generation, potentially solving some of the biggest challenges in energy production. However, this also raises some unsettling questions. If we find a way to manipulate mirror matter, what happens if we disrupt the balance between our world and the mirror world? Could interference with the mirror universe have unforeseen consequences? Some physicists have even speculated that tampering with mirror matter could lead to catastrophic events, such as sudden energy discharges or even the creation of micro black holes. This might sound like science fiction, but so did nuclear energy before it was discovered. And what about the possibility of intelligent mirror life? If the mirror universe has planets, then some of them could potentially support life. If mirror life forms exist, would they be aware of us? Or would they be as blind to our existence as we are to theirs? Some radical theories even suggest that certain phenomena could be the result of brief interactions with the mirror world. If there are moments when the boundary between the two realities weakens, then perhaps what we perceive are actually glimpses into the mirror universe. But the biggest question of all is, how do we prove mirror matter exists? Scientists are currently working on experiments designed to detect mirror particles. One proposed experiment involves creating an ultra-sensitive neutron detector capable of measuring transitions between normal and mirror neutrons. If such a transition is detected, it would be the first direct proof that mirror matter is real. If this happens, it would change everything. It would mean that for all of human history, we have been living alongside an invisible twin of our universe. It would mean that the cosmos is far stranger and more complex than we ever imagined. And it would open the door to an entirely new frontier of exploration, one that could lead us to places we never thought possible. The discovery of mirror matter would be one of the most important scientific breakthroughs of all time. It would force us to rethink our understanding of reality itself. And who knows? If we can one day learn to interact with the mirror world, we might find that the greatest mysteries of the universe have been hiding right beside us all along. The implications of mirror matter extend far beyond just astrophysics and cosmology. If this hidden half of the universe is real, it could change the way we understand fundamental physics, our own planet, and even our daily lives. Imagine a world where scientists uncover a way to interact with mirror matter, leading to advancements that defy everything we once thought possible. This could mean new forms of energy, unprecedented methods of transportation, or even an entirely new perspective on the laws of reality themselves. But to truly grasp the impact of mirror matter, we have to explore every potential way it could be influencing our universe, sometimes in ways we haven't even considered. For example, let's talk about dark matter. One of the most perplexing problems in modern physics is that the majority of the universe's mass seems to be missing. Normal matter, the stuff that makes up everything we see, from stars to galaxies to ourselves, only accounts for a small fraction of the total mass needed to explain how the universe behaves. The rest is assumed to be dark matter, a mysterious and invisible substance that only interacts with gravity. But what if dark matter isn't just some exotic new particle? What if it's actually mirror matter? If mirror stars, planets, and even galaxies exist, they could be forming their own cosmic structures, completely undetectable except through their gravitational effects. This would explain why dark matter seems to clump around galaxies in ways similar to ordinary matter. It's simply a reflection of the hidden mirror universe. But here's where things get even stranger. Some scientists believe that mirror matter might not just be out there in space, it might be right here on Earth. If mirror matter interacts with our world only through gravity, then it could be passing through us all the time without us even knowing. Some have even suggested that mirror matter might be responsible for some of the unexplained phenomena we encounter on Earth, from strange atmospheric anomalies to certain types of unaccounted energy fluctuations. If a clump of mirror matter were to pass through our planet, we wouldn't be able to see it, but its gravitational effects might still be detectable. Another mind-blowing idea is that mirror matter might play a role in human biology. If mirror particles can occasionally interact with normal particles under the right conditions, is it possible that tiny amounts of mirror matter exist in our own bodies? Some researchers have speculated that rare, unexplained anomalies might have something to do with the occasional presence of mirror particles. This is highly speculative, of course, but it raises an important question. Could there be a deeper connection between our world and the mirror world than we realize? And then there's the idea of mirror planets. If mirror matter follows the same physical rules as ordinary matter, then entire planets made of mirror atoms should exist somewhere in the cosmos. These planets would be completely invisible to our telescopes, but their gravity would be just as real as any other celestial body. Some astrophysicists have even proposed that there could be a mirror Earth, a planet with the same mass and position as our own, but composed entirely of mirror matter. If such a world exists, could it have its own form of life? Could there be mirror beings, completely oblivious to our presence, living out their own existence in a parallel but invisible version of our solar system? If that sounds far-fetched, consider this. Some planetary orbits in our solar system exhibit slight anomalies that can't be fully explained by known physics. Some scientists have suggested that an unseen mass, possibly a mirror planet, could be subtly influencing these orbits. If this is true, it would mean that our own solar system is more complex than we ever imagined, harboring a ghostly twin that we have yet to perceive. But the biggest question of all is how we might one day bridge the gap between our universe and the mirror universe. If mirror matter is real, then there must be a way to detect it directly. One of the most exciting proposals involves looking for mirror particles in laboratory experiments. Some researchers have suggested that under the right conditions, certain particles might be able to transition between our universe and the mirror universe. If we can force a neutron to disappear into the mirror world and then reappear, we would have definitive proof that mirror matter exists. This kind of experiment is incredibly difficult, but it could provide the key to unlocking an entirely new realm of physics. And if we do confirm the existence of mirror matter, what comes next? Would we be able to manipulate it? Could we develop technology that allows us to interact with the mirror world? If so, it might open up entirely new possibilities, from advanced space travel to new energy sources that defy everything we currently know. But with these possibilities also come dangers. If mirror matter is truly out there, then it means we have been sharing the universe with an invisible counterpart all along. What happens if we accidentally disrupt the balance between our world and the mirror world? Could unintended consequences arise from meddling with something we barely understand? Some physicists have even suggested that tampering with mirror matter could have catastrophic effects, potentially leading to energy releases that we are not prepared to control. The search for mirror matter isn't just about proving a theory. It's about understanding whether we are truly alone in our universe or if we have been coexisting with an invisible reality all along. If we can one day confirm its existence, it would revolutionize our understanding of physics, the cosmos, and perhaps even life itself. The idea that an entire hidden world could be surrounding us, shaping our universe in ways we never imagined, is one of the greatest scientific mysteries of our time. And the question remains, is the mirror universe just a theoretical construct, or is it something that has been right in front of us, just out of reach, all along? The implications of discovering mirror matter extend beyond just theoretical physics. They could redefine our understanding of reality itself. If the mirror world is real, then everything we thought we knew about the composition of the universe would need to be reevaluated. It would mean that we are living in a kind of cosmic duality, where an unseen realm exists alongside our own, influencing it in ways we have yet to fully comprehend. But what if we could interact with it? What if, instead of just speculating about mirror matter, we could find tangible proof that it exists, and more importantly, harness its properties for real-world applications? One of the most intriguing possibilities is the idea that mirror matter could be used as a new form of energy. If mirror particles can occasionally interact with normal particles, then it might be possible to develop technology that facilitates this interaction in a controlled way. This could lead to breakthroughs in energy generation, potentially unlocking an entirely new source of power that is unlike anything we currently have access to. Imagine a future where energy isn't derived from fossil fuels, nuclear reactions, or even fusion, but instead from an interaction between our universe and its mirror counterpart. The potential benefits are staggering, but so are the risks. Since we still don't fully understand how mirror matter behaves, tampering with it could have unintended consequences, possibly even catastrophic ones. Another fascinating idea is that mirror matter might be the key to faster-than-light travel. If mirror matter exists in a separate but parallel state to our own, then perhaps there are ways to manipulate it in order to bypass some of the constraints that ordinary matter faces. Some speculative theories suggest that if we could learn how to shift particles into the mirror universe and then back again, we might be able to create a form of teleportation or interdimensional travel. This would revolutionize space exploration, making it possible to reach distant galaxies in ways that currently seem impossible. While this idea remains highly theoretical, it is one of the many reasons why the study of mirror matter is so compelling. It offers a glimpse into possibilities that extend far beyond our current scientific limitations. But what about the biological implications of mirror matter? If mirror atoms and molecules exist, is it possible that mirror-based lifeforms could exist as well? Some scientists believe that mirror life could be thriving somewhere in the universe, completely undetectable to us. These beings, if they exist, would be composed entirely of mirror matter, which means they wouldn't interact with normal light, electromagnetism, or any of the forces we typically use to observe the cosmos. They could exist in their own version of reality, unaware of our existence just as we are unaware of theirs. However, there's an even more mind-bending possibility. What if tiny amounts of mirror matter exist within us? Some researchers have speculated that the occasional presence of mirror particles in our world could have unexplained biological effects. Could consciousness itself be affected by interactions between the normal and mirror worlds? While there is no concrete evidence to support these ideas yet, they highlight the fact that mirror matter is more than just a theoretical curiosity. It is a concept that challenges everything we think we know about the physical world. And then there's the question of time. Some theories suggest that mirror matter might have different temporal properties than normal matter. Could this mean that the mirror universe experiences time at a different rate? If so, it could have profound implications for physics and even for concepts like time travel. Some scientists have even proposed that mirror matter might be responsible for some of the strange anomalies we observe in time-related experiments. If this is true, then mirror matter might not just be a hidden counterpart to our universe. It might be a key to understanding the true nature of time itself. But how can we prove any of this? One of the most promising approaches involves looking for neutron oscillations. Some theories predict that under the right conditions, neutrons might have the ability to transition between our universe and the mirror universe. If we could detect a neutron disappearing from our world and then reappearing after a brief period, it would be strong evidence that mirror matter exists. Experiments are already underway to test this idea, and while no definitive proof has been found yet, the search continues. Another approach involves searching for the gravitational effects of mirror objects. Since mirror stars and planets should have mass just like ordinary ones, they should exert a gravitational pull that we can detect. Some astronomers believe that certain unexplained gravitational anomalies, such as the unusual movements of celestial bodies, could be caused by the presence of invisible mirror objects. If we can pinpoint these anomalies with precision, we might be able to map out entire mirror structures in the cosmos. But what if we have already encountered mirror matter without realizing it? Some researchers have speculated that certain unexplained astronomical phenomena, such as fast radio bursts, strange cosmic rays, or even the mysterious dimming of certain stars, could be linked to interactions with the mirror universe. If this is true, then mirror matter isn't just a theoretical idea. It's something that is actively shaping the universe we live in. The search for mirror matter is one of the most exciting frontiers in modern science. It challenges our understanding of physics, raises profound philosophical questions, and opens up possibilities that could change the future of humanity. If we can prove that mirror matter exists, it would be one of the most important discoveries in history. One that could redefine our place in the universe and reveal a hidden reality that has been right beside us all along. If mirror matter exists all around us, hidden in plain sight, then how does it remain undetectable? Why haven't we found a single mirror atom, despite all our advances in particle physics? The answer might lie in the fundamental forces of nature. Normal matter interacts through the electromagnetic force, the weak nuclear force, the strong nuclear force, and gravity. But mirror matter, if it exists, is thought to interact only through gravity and possibly a new, undiscovered force. This would explain why we don't see it, touch it, or measure it with conventional instruments. Because the very laws of physics that govern our world might barely apply to the mirror world at all. This raises an even deeper question: could entire galaxies of mirror matter exist out there, completely invisible yet exerting gravitational effects on the cosmos? Some scientists believe that mirror matter might be a component of dark matter, the mysterious substance that makes up about 85% of the universe's total mass. If this is true, then the galaxies we see through our telescopes might be only a fraction of what actually exists. Entire mirror galaxies could be spinning alongside our own, their stars and planets completely undetectable except for the subtle pull of their gravity. This would mean that the history of the universe itself is far more complex than we ever imagined. When the Big Bang occurred, did it create not just one universe, but two? Did mirror matter form alongside normal matter, shaping a parallel cosmos that evolved in ways we can't perceive? If so, then somewhere out there could be mirror planets orbiting mirror stars, forming mirror solar systems with their own versions of cosmic events. There might even be mirror black holes, devouring mirror matter just as black holes in our universe consume ordinary matter. But if mirror matter is real, why does it seem so scarce? One possibility is that our two universes, our ordinary one and the mirror one, are separated by an energy barrier that makes interactions between them extremely rare. This would explain why we don't see mirror matter forming clouds of gas, collapsing into stars, or drifting through space as ordinary dust does. It might exist in isolated pockets, occasionally bleeding through into our universe in tiny amounts. If this is the case, then every once in a while, a particle of mirror matter might cross over into our reality, creating tiny but detectable anomalies in our experiments. One of the strangest ideas about mirror matter is that it could explain certain unsolved mysteries in physics, particularly in the realm of particle interactions. Some experiments have suggested that neutrons might occasionally disappear in ways that can't be explained by standard physics. If these neutrons are actually oscillating into mirror particles, briefly slipping into the mirror universe before returning, then we might have already witnessed the effects of mirror matter without realizing it. If we can confirm that this is happening, it would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in physics. But what if the implications go even further? Could mirror matter play a role in the fundamental nature of reality itself? Some scientists have speculated that the existence of mirror matter might be tied to deep, unresolved questions in quantum mechanics. In the quantum world, particles don't behave like solid objects. They exist in states of probability, seemingly able to be in multiple places at once until they are observed. If a hidden mirror world exists, could it help explain these strange quantum behaviors? Could some of the bizarre effects we see in quantum experiments be the result of interactions with a mirror reality? If this is true, then the discovery of mirror matter wouldn't just change our understanding of physics. It could change the way we think about existence itself. It could mean that our universe is part of a vast, interconnected system, where multiple realities influence each other in ways we are only beginning to understand. If we can find a way to detect and study mirror matter directly, it might open the door to entirely new fields of science, leading to technologies that seem unimaginable today. And what about consciousness? Could the existence of a mirror universe have implications for the human mind? Some fringe theories suggest that consciousness itself might be tied to quantum processes. And if quantum effects are linked to mirror matter, then who's to say our thoughts aren't in some way influenced by the mirror world? While this is purely speculative, it raises fascinating questions about the nature of perception, awareness, and the possibility that our understanding of reality is only half the picture. The more we think about mirror matter, the more it becomes clear that we might be on the edge of one of the greatest discoveries in history. If mirror matter is real, it could explain the nature of dark matter, shed light on unexplained physics anomalies, and even reveal the existence of an entirely new sector of the universe. It could mean that we have been looking at only one side of reality this entire time, while a hidden world has been coexisting with ours all along. But the biggest question remains: how do we prove it? How do we take this from theory to fact? Scientists are developing more advanced experiments to look for neutron oscillations, gravitational anomalies, and other signs of mirror matter. If even one of these experiments provides conclusive evidence, it will force us to rewrite everything we know about physics. The search is ongoing, and with each passing year, we get closer to an answer. And if we do find proof, what happens next? Would we be able to communicate with the mirror world? Would we find a way to harness its properties? Would it change the way we explore the universe? These are questions no one can answer yet, but one thing is certain: the discovery of mirror matter would be one of the most profound moments in human history. If mirror matter exists, then what does that mean for our understanding of the universe's structure? If galaxies of mirror matter exist alongside the galaxies we can see, then that suggests that the large-scale architecture of the cosmos is far more intricate than we ever imagined. The universe as we know it is structured in vast cosmic webs, with galaxies clustering along filaments of dark matter. If mirror matter is a part of this unseen structure, then entire mirror galaxies might be gravitationally bound to the visible galaxies we observe. This would imply that there is a hidden symmetry in the cosmos, where everything we see has a mirror counterpart that exerts an invisible influence on the grand cosmic dance. But the implications of mirror matter go beyond just galaxies. If entire mirror solar systems exist, then that raises an even more fascinating question: could there be mirror planets? And if there are mirror planets, is it possible that mirror life has evolved? The idea of mirror life might sound like science fiction, but if mirror atoms can form mirror molecules, then it's entirely possible that chemistry and biology could unfold in a parallel way. However, this kind of life would be fundamentally different from anything we know because it wouldn't interact with normal matter in any way other than gravity. If mirror life exists, it would be completely undetectable to us through conventional means. We wouldn't be able to see it, touch it, or even know it was there unless it had some indirect effect on the world we can perceive. Imagine a planet, invisible to the eye, orbiting within our own solar system, where mirror creatures walk unseen beside us, completely unaware of our existence just as we are unaware of theirs. It's a haunting thought, an entire hidden ecosystem existing in tandem with our own, separated only by the fact that our atoms simply do not interact. But what if, somehow, there were rare points of contact? Some have speculated that mirror matter could explain strange, unexplained phenomena. While this is purely speculative, it raises an eerie possibility. What if, under very specific and rare conditions, mirror matter and ordinary matter could briefly interact? Could there be locations where the barrier between the two worlds is weaker, allowing for fleeting glimpses of something we are not supposed to see? Some scientists have proposed experiments that could help us detect mirror matter directly. One possibility is to look for rare neutron oscillations. If neutrons can oscillate between our universe and the mirror universe, then carefully controlled experiments could reveal small but measurable anomalies in their behavior. Another approach is to study dark matter more closely. If mirror matter makes up a portion of dark matter, then we might be able to detect its gravitational effects in ways we haven't yet considered. And then there's the question of mirror stars. If mirror matter can form entire celestial bodies, then it's possible that mirror stars exist, burning with mirror nuclear reactions and shining with mirror light that we cannot see. These stars would not emit normal electromagnetic radiation, which means they would be completely invisible to our telescopes. But their gravity would still be there, influencing the motion of surrounding objects. Some researchers have speculated that mirror stars could be hiding within our own galaxy, detectable only by their gravitational lensing effects on the light of background stars. If mirror stars do exist, then the implications are profound. It would mean that our universe is filled with hidden celestial structures, entire formations of stars and planets that exist in parallel with the ones we can observe. This would change our understanding of stellar evolution, cosmology, and even the fate of the universe itself. Could mirror stars go supernova? Could they form mirror black holes? If so, could these mirror black holes have any unusual interactions with normal matter? One of the most intriguing questions is whether mirror matter could ever be used as a tool for new physics. If we could find a way to interact with it, even indirectly, could it provide new avenues for energy production, space travel, or even entirely new technologies? Some have speculated that mirror matter might hold the key to exotic propulsion systems, where gravitational interactions with the mirror world could be used to manipulate space-time in ways we do not yet understand. But before we even get to that point, we need proof. Right now, mirror matter remains a theoretical construct, an elegant solution to multiple unsolved problems in physics, but lacking direct experimental confirmation. However, history has shown that some of the biggest discoveries in science began as speculative ideas that seemed impossible at the time. If mirror matter is real, then its discovery will be one of the most revolutionary moments in the history of physics, changing the way we see the universe forever. So where do we go from here? The search for mirror matter is only beginning, and as our technology improves, so do our chances of uncovering its secrets. Particle physics experiments are becoming more precise, gravitational wave detectors are growing more sensitive, and dark matter research is advancing at an unprecedented rate. If mirror matter is out there, hiding in plain sight, it may not be long before we find it, and when we do, the universe may never look the same again. If we do discover mirror matter, it will force us to rethink some of the most fundamental principles of physics. For over a century, we have operated under the assumption that the universe is made entirely of the particles and forces we can observe. But if there exists a hidden sector of matter that is identical in form but invisible in function, then our understanding of reality is incomplete. It would mean that the laws of physics are even more symmetrical than we ever imagined, and that for every particle we know of, there exists a counterpart that is forever out of reach. The implications of mirror matter extend beyond just theoretical physics. If it exists, it might explain one of the greatest mysteries in cosmology, the nature of dark matter. Scientists have long struggled to identify what dark matter is made of. We know it has mass, and we know it interacts gravitationally with galaxies, but every attempt to detect it directly has failed. If dark matter is actually mirror matter, then this would provide a compelling explanation for why we haven't been able to see it, because it simply does not interact with light. This would mean that the universe is far more complex than we currently believe. It wouldn't just be made up of normal matter and dark matter, but of two parallel realities coexisting in the same space. If this is true, then what other mysteries might be lurking just beyond our ability to perceive them? Could there be mirror galaxies that evolved in a completely different way than our own? Could there be mirror black holes that consume mirror matter and warp the fabric of space-time in ways we do not yet understand? One of the most mind-bending possibilities is the idea of mirror matter planets existing within our own solar system. If mirror matter can form stars and galaxies, then it stands to reason that it could also form planets. These planets would be completely invisible to our telescopes, but their gravity would still be felt. In fact, some scientists have proposed that unexplained gravitational anomalies in our own solar system could be the result of hidden mirror matter objects. For example, there have been observations of small, unexplained perturbations in the orbits of some celestial bodies, tiny deviations from the paths we expect them to follow based on known gravitational influences. Some researchers have speculated that these anomalies could be caused by an unseen mirror matter planet lurking nearby, exerting a gravitational pull on the objects we can see. If this is true, it would mean that our solar system is not as empty as we thought. It may be home to entire worlds that exist just out of reach. And if mirror planets exist, then the question of mirror life becomes even more compelling. Could evolution occur in a mirror matter world in the same way it did on Earth? Would mirror life forms be bound by the same rules of natural selection? Or would they be governed by entirely different forces that we cannot even comprehend? It is possible that a mirror Earth exists somewhere out there, orbiting a mirror star, with mirror oceans, mirror forests, and even mirror creatures. But we would never be able to interact with them, because the forces that govern our reality simply do not apply to theirs. But what if, under rare conditions, mirror matter and ordinary matter could interact in ways beyond just gravity? Some physicists have suggested that there could be small but measurable interactions between the two. If this is true, then there might be moments when mirror matter briefly reveals itself to us. Could some of the strange, unexplained phenomena throughout be the result of fleeting interactions with the mirror world? While this is purely speculative, it raises an eerie question. Could there be places on Earth where the boundary between the two realities is weaker? If mirror matter is truly all around us, then it is possible that there are certain locations where it exerts a stronger influence, causing unexplainable events to occur. This could be one of the reasons why some locations are associated with persistent anomalies. Perhaps they are situated near regions where mirror matter has accumulated in unusual ways. But even if mirror matter never interacts with us directly, its existence would still be one of the greatest discoveries in history. It would mean that the universe is not just what we see, but also what we don't see. It would mean that for every galaxy, every planet, and every star we can observe, there is another, hidden counterpart existing alongside it. It would mean that the cosmos is far larger and more complex than we ever imagined, and that we are only just beginning to scratch the surface of its true nature. As our understanding of physics advances, so too does our ability to test these ideas. Scientists are developing new ways to search for dark matter, and if mirror matter is responsible, then we may soon have the technology to detect its presence. Experiments involving neutron oscillations, gravitational lensing, and direct dark matter detection could provide the evidence we need to confirm or refute the existence of this hidden world. And if we do find it, it will change everything we know about the universe. So the question remains, is mirror matter real? Right now, We don't know for certain. But if it is, then we may be living in a universe that is far more mysterious than we ever imagined. A universe where two realities exist side by side, forever separated yet fundamentally linked. And if that is true, then the greatest discoveries in physics may still be waiting for us, hidden in plain sight, just beyond the reach of our senses. The discovery of mirror matter would shake the very foundations of our understanding of reality. It would mean that the universe isn't just made of the matter we know, protons, neutrons, electrons, but also an entire hidden sector that interacts only through gravity. This wouldn't just change physics, it would change how we think about everything. It would mean that every assumption we've made about the cosmos has been based on only half the story. What if the true nature of the universe has always been obscured by our inability to perceive this hidden matter? What if we have spent centuries studying only the visible half of reality while the other half has remained just beyond our grasp? One of the most compelling reasons to believe in mirror matter is the problem of missing mass in the universe. For decades, scientists have struggled to explain why galaxies rotate faster than expected. According to Newtonian physics, galaxies should be torn apart by their own rotation, but something unseen is holding them together. The dominant theory is that this missing mass is dark matter, a mysterious substance that outweighs normal matter 5 to 1. But despite countless experiments, dark matter has never been directly detected. What if that's because we've been looking for the wrong thing? What if dark matter isn't some exotic new particle, but simply the mirror image of the matter we already know? If mirror matter is real, then dark matter may not be an entirely separate entity. It may simply be the unobservable counterpart to normal matter, occupying the same space but interacting only through gravity. This would mean that every galaxy we see has a ghostly twin, an entire structure of stars and planets made of mirror matter that we cannot see. The stars we see in the night sky might only be the visible half of a much larger cosmic structure, with mirror stars burning just as brightly in their own reality. And if mirror matter forms stars, then it must also undergo nuclear fusion. This means that mirror stars could shine just as our own stars do, except their light would be invisible to us. These stars would be completely undetectable using conventional telescopes, but their gravity would still influence the space around them. If we could find evidence of this gravitational influence, we might be able to confirm the existence of mirror stars. One possible way to detect mirror stars is through their gravitational lensing effect. When light from a distant galaxy passes near a massive object, the gravity of that object bends the light, creating a lensing effect that magnifies the distant source. This phenomenon has been observed many times with ordinary matter, but if mirror stars exist, they too should create lensing effects, except without a visible object at the center. If astronomers detect unexplained gravitational lensing with no visible source, it could be evidence of mirror stars lurking in the void. There is also the possibility that some neutron stars are actually made of mirror matter. Neutron stars are the remnants of massive stars that have gone supernova, collapsing into ultra-dense spheres where gravity is so strong that even atoms themselves are crushed. These objects are among the most extreme environments in the universe. But what if some of them are not made of normal neutrons, but mirror neutrons instead? A mirror neutron star would be indistinguishable from a normal one except for one key feature: it would interact only through gravity. If such objects exist, they could be contributing to the mysterious signals detected by gravitational wave observatories like LIGO and Virgo. But the implications of mirror matter go even further. If mirror stars and planets exist, then what about life? Could biological processes occur in a mirror world just as they do in ours? If the fundamental forces in the mirror sector are identical to those in our own, then there is no reason why mirror chemistry couldn't produce mirror biology. This raises the fascinating possibility that life may exist not just on exoplanets in our universe, but in an entirely parallel world that coexists with our own. Imagine a civilization made entirely of mirror matter, evolving alongside our own but completely unaware of our existence. Their world would look identical to ours in every way, with mirror oceans, mirror mountains, and mirror cities. But to them, we would be invisible, just as they are to us. They might walk through the same spaces we do, occupying the same universe, yet never knowing that we are right there beside them. And if they are as advanced as we are, they may be asking the same questions, wondering if their universe is only half of the true reality. This brings up one of the strangest possibilities of all. Could there be rare interactions between our world and the mirror world? If mirror matter and normal matter are completely separate, then we should never experience any direct effects from the mirror world. But some theories suggest that there might be tiny, fleeting interactions under the right conditions. If this is true, then it raises the question, could some of the unexplained phenomena we observe on Earth be caused by brief encounters with mirror matter? Some physicists have speculated that mirror matter could explain certain anomalies in particle physics. Experiments with neutrons have shown that, in rare cases, they seem to disappear and reappear unpredictably. Some researchers believe this could be evidence of neutrons oscillating between our world and the mirror world. If this is true, then it would mean that mirror matter isn't completely separate after all. It may have a subtle but measurable presence in our reality. But if mirror matter can interact with normal matter, even in small ways, then what else could this mean? Ultimately, the search for mirror matter is not just about solving a physics puzzle. It is about uncovering the true nature of reality itself. If mirror matter exists, it would mean that we are not seeing the universe as it truly is. We are only seeing a fraction of it. It would mean that our understanding of space, time, and existence itself is incomplete. And it would mean that the greatest discoveries in science may still be waiting for us, hidden in a world that we can neither see nor touch, but that is there nonetheless. As scientists continue their search for dark matter, they may find that the answer has been right in front of them all along. If mirror matter is real, then we may be on the verge of the greatest breakthrough in physics since the discovery of relativity. It could redefine everything we know about the cosmos and force us to reconsider our place in it. And if we do find proof of mirror matter, it will be the first step toward understanding a reality that is far more complex, far more mysterious, and far more extraordinary than we ever imagined. The implications of mirror matter stretch far beyond just physics and astronomy. If this hidden counterpart to our universe exists, then it changes the way we think about everything, including the fundamental structure of reality itself. What if the reason we haven't been able to fully understand dark matter is because we've been using the wrong framework? What if our laws of physics are only telling us half the story? If mirror matter is real, then there could be entire galaxies made of it, star systems that are just as vast and complex as our own, and even planets that mirror the ones we know, but in a way that makes them completely undetectable to us. And if mirror planets exist, the most mind-bending question is, could there be life on them? Life, as we know it, depends on chemical interactions, the way atoms combine, form molecules, and ultimately create the structures necessary for biology. In our world, carbon-based chemistry governs all living organisms, from the simplest bacteria to the most complex animals. But if mirror matter behaves exactly as normal matter does, just with reversed interactions, then there's no reason why mirror chemistry couldn't form mirror biology. This means that somewhere out there, hidden from our view, there could be mirror ecosystems, mirror forests, and even mirror civilizations. If such a civilization existed, it would raise even bigger questions. Would mirror beings be intelligent? Would they develop science and technology just like we did? And the strangest question of all, if they are intelligent, are they searching for us, just as we might one day search for them? The idea that two completely separate realities could exist side by side, each unaware of the other, is both fascinating and unsettling. It means that the universe we see is only part of the true reality. The rest is hidden behind an invisible curtain, coexisting with us, yet forever out of reach. One of the most interesting aspects of mirror matter is that, despite being fundamentally different from ordinary matter, it would still obey gravity. This means that mirror stars and mirror planets would exert gravitational forces just like the objects we can see. If we ever manage to detect an unexplained gravitational influence with no visible source, it could be a sign that a mirror object is nearby. Scientists have already observed gravitational anomalies in space, regions where the pull of gravity seems stronger than what can be explained by visible matter alone. Could some of these anomalies be caused by hidden mirror matter structures? But there's an even wilder possibility. If mirror matter can form planets, then it could also form structures that resemble our own. Imagine a mirror Earth, orbiting a mirror Sun, with a mirror Moon lighting up the night sky. It sounds like pure science fiction, but theoretically it's possible. A mirror Earth would be completely undetectable through conventional telescopes, yet it would still exert a gravitational influence. If such a planet existed in our own solar system, it could be hiding right in plain sight, only revealed by tiny anomalies in the motion of other planets. Some researchers have speculated that if a large enough mirror object existed nearby, it could even slightly perturb the orbits of the planets we can see, providing indirect evidence of its existence. And if a mirror Earth did exist, it raises the biggest question of all: could there be another version of you, living on that mirror planet? If the laws of physics allow mirror matter to form complex structures, then there's no reason why a mirror world couldn't evolve life in the same way ours did. It would be an entirely separate form of life, one that could never interact with us directly, but it could still exist in parallel. If mirror Earth is out there, it might have its own oceans, its own atmosphere, and maybe even its own civilizations, beings that look nothing like us, yet follow the same fundamental rules of nature. Some physicists have even suggested that mirror matter could play a role in certain unexplained phenomena on Earth. For example, neutron disappearance experiments have shown strange anomalies where neutrons seem to vanish and reappear unpredictably. One hypothesis is that they are oscillating between our world and the mirror world. If true, this would be the first experimental evidence that mirror matter is real. And if neutrons can transition between our universe and the mirror universe, then what about other particles? Could rare, fleeting interactions between mirror matter and normal matter explain some of the weirdest mysteries on our planet? But the real breakthrough will come if scientists can find a direct way to detect mirror matter. Right now, researchers are designing experiments that could test for its existence. One idea is to look for rare nuclear reactions that could only happen if mirror matter interacts with normal matter. Another approach is to use highly sensitive detectors to search for the tiny gravitational effects of invisible mirror objects. If any of these experiments succeed, it would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in the history of science. It would confirm that we have been living alongside an entire hidden universe all along, completely unaware of its presence. And once we confirm the existence of mirror matter, the next step will be figuring out how to explore it. Could we develop technology to communicate with the mirror world? Could we send probes into the mirror universe? If mirror matter is a real and fundamental part of nature, then understanding it could lead to breakthroughs we can't even begin to imagine. It might reveal new physics, new forms of energy, and maybe even new ways to travel through space. The search for mirror matter is not just about solving one mystery, it's about uncovering the true nature of reality itself. If we find proof that it exists, then we will have to rethink everything we thought we knew about the universe. It would mean that the cosmos is far more complex than we ever imagined, and that the visible universe is only a fraction of the full picture. What we call reality may be just one layer of a much deeper and stranger existence, one that has been hiding right next to us all along. And if we do find mirror matter, it will be one of the greatest discoveries in human history. It will open up an entirely new frontier of science, one that will change our understanding of physics, astronomy, and even philosophy. The universe may be far bigger and far stranger than we ever thought. And the more we search, the more we realize that we are only just beginning to uncover its deepest secrets. The implications of discovering mirror matter are staggering. If it truly exists, then the universe we perceive is only half of the full picture. Imagine looking at a vast ocean and realizing you've only been seeing the surface, while an entirely different world exists beneath the waves. That's what mirror matter could be, a hidden counterpart to everything we know, coexisting yet invisible. The challenge is finding a way to prove it's there. One of the most promising avenues for detecting mirror matter lies in its potential gravitational effects. Even though mirror matter doesn't interact with normal matter through electromagnetic forces, it still obeys gravity. This means that large structures made of mirror matter, like stars, planets, and even entire galaxies, should still exert a pull on the visible universe. If we can find gravitational anomalies that can't be explained by known physics, they might be the first clues pointing toward mirror matter's existence. Astronomers have already encountered puzzling gravitational effects that don't seem to have an obvious cause. For example, some galaxies appear to rotate in a way that suggests there's more mass present than what we can see. This has traditionally been attributed to dark matter, but what if part of this mysterious missing mass is actually made of mirror matter? If mirror galaxies exist, their gravitational pull could be subtly influencing the motion of stars in the visible universe, creating anomalies that have perplexed scientists for decades. There's also the question of whether mirror matter could be present right here on Earth, in small amounts. Some researchers have speculated that tiny particles of mirror matter could occasionally interact with normal matter through weak nuclear forces, producing rare but detectable effects. One particularly intriguing idea is that certain unexplained nuclear reactions might be caused by mirror matter interactions. If scientists can find deviations in expected nuclear decay rates or observe unexplained energy emissions, it could be indirect evidence that mirror matter is occasionally crossing into our world. Another fascinating possibility is that mirror matter could explain some of the more bizarre anomalies observed in physics experiments. For example, certain experiments involving neutrons have shown strange results, neutrons appearing to disappear and reappear in unexpected ways. One hypothesis is that they might be temporarily oscillating into their mirror counterparts before returning to normal space. If this is true, it would provide one of the first experimental hints that mirror matter is real. The existence of mirror matter would also have profound implications for cosmology. If mirror matter was created in equal amounts alongside normal matter during the Big Bang, then it means that the early universe was even more complex than we thought. Instead of a single, uniform explosion, the birth of the cosmos may have involved two interwoven realities, one that gave rise to the universe we see, and another that remains hidden. Understanding how these two realms interact could unlock new insights into the origin of everything. And what if mirror matter plays a role in some of the greatest cosmic mysteries, like black holes? Black holes are already among the most enigmatic objects in the universe, places where normal physics breaks down and space-time itself is warped beyond recognition. If mirror matter is real, then black holes might not just consume normal matter, but mirror matter as well. This raises the question: could there be mirror black holes, lurking unseen in the depths of space? If so, they could be warping the universe in ways we haven't yet realized. One of the most mind-blowing implications of mirror matter is the possibility of entire mirror solar systems. Just as ordinary matter forms planets, mirror matter could do the same, creating fully functional planetary systems that are completely undetectable through normal means. If a mirror solar system exists right next to ours, we would never know it was there, except through tiny gravitational effects. This has led some to wonder if there could even be a mirror Earth, orbiting unseen, yet just as real as the world we live on. And if mirror Earth exists, the biggest question of all emerges: could there be mirror life? We tend to think of life as something tied to the chemistry of normal matter. But if mirror matter follows the same physical laws, there's no reason why mirror atoms couldn't form mirror molecules, and mirror molecules couldn't form mirror cells. A mirror biosphere could theoretically exist, populated by life forms that are completely invisible to us. If such life evolved intelligence, they might be asking the same questions we are, wondering if there's another reality just beyond their reach. Some researchers have even speculated that mirror matter could provide an answer to one of the biggest puzzles in physics: the matter-antimatter asymmetry. According to the Standard Model, the Big Bang should have produced equal amounts of matter and antimatter, which should have annihilated each other, leaving nothing behind. But for some reason, there was an imbalance. More matter was created, allowing the universe to exist. If mirror matter was also formed in equal amounts, but separated from normal matter early in cosmic history, it could explain why the observable universe is dominated by matter instead of being a void of annihilation. If mirror matter exists, it could also revolutionize space exploration. Right now, we are limited by the constraints of normal matter-based technology. But if we could somehow tap into mirror matter's properties, it might open up entirely new possibilities. Some have even suggested that mirror matter could hold the key to advanced propulsion systems or new forms of energy. If we ever learn how to interact with it, it could lead to breakthroughs that make interstellar travel a reality. But before any of this can happen, the first step is proving that mirror matter is real. Scientists are already working on experiments designed to detect it, from searching for tiny gravitational anomalies to looking for rare particle interactions. If even one of these experiments finds solid evidence, it would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in history. It would mean that we are living in a universe that is far more complex than we ever imagined, a universe where an unseen reality exists alongside our own. The search for mirror matter is more than just a scientific curiosity. It's a quest to understand the very nature of existence. If it exists, it means that our perception of reality is incomplete. It means that the universe is not just what we can see, but something much bigger, much stranger, and far more mysterious. And if we one day find a way to bridge the gap between our world and the mirror world, it could be the beginning of an entirely new era of discovery, one where we finally uncover the full truth about the cosmos and our place within it. The implications of discovering mirror matter extend beyond just theoretical physics and astronomy. If such a hidden sector of the universe exists, it could fundamentally alter our understanding of space-time, the nature of reality, and even the possibilities of life beyond Earth. One of the most radical ideas proposed by some physicists is the existence of mirror life, beings composed entirely of mirror matter that exist in a parallel but undetectable world. If this is true, then intelligent life in the universe might not be limited to the structures we can observe. It could be all around us, yet forever hidden from our direct view. But how would such mirror life even function? The fundamental building blocks of life as we know it, atoms, molecules, and biochemical processes, are all dictated by the forces of nature. If mirror matter follows the same fundamental laws but with opposite parity, it could still form complex structures similar to DNA, proteins, and cells. The question then becomes, could mirror biology evolve in a way similar to our own? If a mirror Earth exists, it's not far-fetched to think it might have its own evolutionary history, where creatures developed in an environment that mirrors our own in nearly every way except for its invisibility. And this raises even more questions. Could there be some form of interaction between normal life and mirror life? While direct contact seems impossible due to the lack of electromagnetic interaction, some scientists have speculated about weak nuclear forces or gravitational interactions that might allow occasional crossover effects. But even if mirror life remains undetectable, the presence of mirror matter would still reshape everything we know about the cosmos. If there are entire mirror galaxies, mirror stars, and mirror planets, then the universe is effectively twice as complex as we once believed. Every model we've used to understand cosmic evolution would need to be re-examined, and new theories would need to be developed to account for this hidden reality. One of the most exciting areas of research is the potential role of mirror matter in dark matter detection experiments. For decades, scientists have been searching for the elusive particles that make up dark matter, the invisible substance that appears to make up most of the universe's mass. Many candidates have been proposed, from weakly interacting massive particles, WIMPs, to axions, but no definitive evidence has been found. However, if dark matter is actually mirror matter, then it could explain many of the strange gravitational effects observed in space. Some experiments are already testing this idea. One approach involves using ultra-sensitive detectors placed deep underground, shielded from cosmic radiation, in an attempt to capture rare interactions between mirror matter and normal matter. Another method involves studying neutron oscillation experiments, where neutrons are observed to see if they spontaneously transform into mirror neutrons and then back again. If such an oscillation is detected, it would provide direct evidence of a hidden mirror sector. There are also astrophysical clues that could point to the presence of mirror matter. For example, some neutron stars exhibit behavior that is difficult to explain with known physics. Neutron stars are the incredibly dense remnants of massive stars that have exploded as supernovae, and they should follow well-understood physical principles. However, certain neutron stars have cooling rates, spin-down rates, or magnetic field variations that don't quite match predictions. Some researchers have suggested that these anomalies might be caused by mirror matter hidden within these stars, subtly altering their behavior. If mirror matter is real, it could also change our understanding of black holes. The idea of mirror black holes is particularly intriguing, could a black hole absorb both normal matter and mirror matter at the same rate? If so, would this affect the way black holes grow and evolve over time? Some theories suggest that mirror black holes might not behave exactly like regular black holes, and that they could have different thermodynamic properties. If this is the case, they might leave subtle gravitational signatures that could be detected through precise measurements of gravitational waves. Another area where mirror matter could have a huge impact is in cosmology, specifically in explaining the mysterious phenomenon of dark energy. Dark energy is the force that appears to be accelerating the expansion of the universe, but its true nature remains unknown. Some physicists have proposed that if mirror matter exists, it could be interacting with normal matter in a way that creates the illusion of accelerated expansion. In other words, what we perceive as dark energy might actually be the result of gravitational interactions between the visible universe and its mirror counterpart. And then there's the question of how mirror matter could be used in the future. If scientists ever figure out a way to manipulate or interact with mirror matter, it could lead to revolutionary advances in technology. For instance, if mirror matter does not interact electromagnetically, it would be the ultimate form of stealth technology. Imagine spacecraft or objects made of mirror matter, completely undetectable to any form of radar, light, or traditional sensing equipment. This could have enormous implications for defense, space exploration, and even quantum computing. But perhaps the most mind-blowing possibility is that mirror matter could one day allow us to access a completely separate reality. If a method is found to control neutron oscillations or create a bridge between normal and mirror matter, it could open the door to a parallel world that has remained hidden for all of human history. Could Mirror Earth be inhabited by intelligent beings? If so, what would happen if we found a way to communicate? Would they be just like us, or would their physics and biology be fundamentally different? Even if such direct interaction is never possible, the mere discovery of mirror matter would be one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs of all time. It would force us to rethink everything we know about the universe, from the smallest particles to the largest cosmic structures. And most importantly, it would remind us that there is still so much we don't know, that the universe remains full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. The implications of mirror matter go beyond just astrophysics and cosmology. If this hidden sector of reality exists, it could play a role in some of the most puzzling scientific mysteries on Earth. Some researchers have even suggested that certain unexplained anomalies in physics experiments might be indirect evidence of mirror matter. For example, discrepancies in measurements of fundamental constants, unexpected neutron decay rates, and unexplained shifts in experimental results could all hint at interactions with a hidden mirror sector. While none of this constitutes definitive proof, the fact that certain anomalies consistently defy explanation suggests that there might be an underlying cause that mainstream physics has yet to recognize. One particularly fascinating area of research involves the idea that mirror matter might be responsible for certain high-energy cosmic ray events. Cosmic rays are extremely energetic particles that come from deep space and collide with Earth's atmosphere, producing cascades of secondary particles. Some cosmic ray events have been detected at energy levels that are difficult to explain with known physics. Could mirror matter particles be responsible for some of these extreme cosmic events? If so, this would mean that mirror matter is not just a passive, invisible substance. It might be actively influencing our universe in ways we haven't yet understood. There is also the question of whether mirror matter could be artificially produced or manipulated in laboratory settings. If it exists, and if scientists find a way to control interactions between normal matter and mirror matter, the technological possibilities are staggering. Mirror matter could be used to create materials with completely novel properties, materials that are completely undetectable to light, that can pass through normal matter without resistance, or that interact only through gravity. The development of mirror-based technology could lead to entirely new fields of science and engineering, with applications we can barely begin to imagine. And then there's the possibility that mirror matter has already interacted with Earth in subtle but significant ways. Some have speculated that unexplained geological or atmospheric phenomena could be linked to mirror matter. For instance, certain unexplained seismic events, strange meteor-like flashes in the sky, or anomalies in satellite data could potentially be due to interactions between mirror matter and normal matter. While these ideas remain speculative, they highlight how the concept of mirror matter forces us to rethink many aspects of the physical world. But perhaps the most tantalizing possibility of all is that mirror matter could hold the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of the fundamental structure of reality itself. If our universe contains a hidden mirror counterpart, then it raises profound philosophical and existential questions. Is the mirror universe just an accidental byproduct of symmetry breaking, or does it serve some deeper purpose? Could there be a hidden link between our universe and its mirror twin, a connection that goes beyond just weak gravitational interactions? If so, what would this mean for our understanding of space, time, and existence itself? Some physicists have proposed that mirror matter might be linked to the concept of extra dimensions. In certain theoretical models, our familiar three-dimensional universe is just one layer within a higher dimensional reality. If mirror matter exists in a parallel but hidden sector, it could be evidence that our universe is part of a much larger and more complex structure. Could it be that mirror matter is the key to unlocking higher dimensional physics? Could it provide the missing link needed to unify quantum mechanics and general relativity into a single, all-encompassing theory of everything? And then there's the question of what this all means for the search for extraterrestrial life. If mirror matter exists, it dramatically expands the possibilities for where and how life could exist in the universe. We have always searched for life based on the assumption that it must be made of normal matter and follow the biochemical rules that govern life on Earth. But what if mirror life exists in a parallel form, completely undetectable by traditional means? If there are entire mirror galaxies, then there could be mirror planets teeming with mirror organisms, living in a reality that runs alongside our own yet remains invisible. This idea raises some of the most profound questions imaginable. What if mirror civilizations exist, developing their own technologies and scientific theories, completely unaware of our existence just as we are unaware of theirs? Could there be some way, however unlikely, to communicate across the boundary between normal matter and mirror matter? If so, what would happen if two intelligent civilizations, one in our universe and one in the mirror universe, made contact? Would it be possible for information to pass between the two realities? Or would the fundamental differences in their physical laws make any interaction impossible? Even if direct interaction is never possible, the mere knowledge that mirror matter exists would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in the history of science. It would force us to completely rewrite our understanding of the cosmos, revealing that the universe is far more complex and mysterious than we ever imagined. It would also remind us that science is far from finished, that even in the 21st century, we are still on the edge of discovering profound, reality-shattering truths about the nature of existence. The search for mirror matter continues, with scientists conducting experiments, analyzing cosmic data, and searching for anomalies that might provide a clue to this hidden reality. If mirror matter is ever confirmed, it will not only change our understanding of physics, it will change our perception of the universe itself. We will come to realize that we have always been living in a universe that is only half complete, with an entire hidden world existing right alongside our own, forever just out of reach. If mirror matter exists, it could fundamentally alter how we think about reality itself. We tend to believe that the universe we see is all there is, that what we can measure and detect is the full extent of existence. But what if we've only been looking at one side of a cosmic coin? The discovery of mirror matter would prove that the universe is far more layered and intricate than we ever suspected. It would suggest that there are forces, structures, and possibly even forms of life operating in a parallel realm, one that we've been unable to perceive, not because it's distant or unreachable, but simply because it interacts with our universe in an entirely different way. If scientists can ever prove that mirror matter exists, the implications would extend far beyond physics. It would force us to rethink the very nature of observation and perception. If there is an entire form of matter that we cannot see or interact with directly, it raises the question, what else could be hidden from us? Are there other unseen forces, other forms of existence, that lie just beyond the limits of our understanding? This idea might sound abstract, but history has shown us time and time again that what we consider impossible often turns out to be real. The discovery of atoms, the realization that space is expanding, the existence of quantum entanglement. These were all ideas that once seemed inconceivable but later became fundamental truths. Could mirror matter be the next great scientific revelation? One of the strangest aspects of the mirror matter theory is that it doesn't necessarily require new laws of physics. Unlike many speculative ideas in physics, which rely on exotic new forces or untested particles, mirror matter is based on a simple and elegant extension of existing symmetry principles. If nature favors symmetry, and we see symmetry everywhere in the universe, from the shapes of galaxies to the structure of fundamental particles, then why wouldn't the same principle apply to matter itself? This is what makes the idea so compelling. It's not an arbitrary invention, it's a logical extension of what we already know. The challenge, of course, is proving it. Since mirror matter doesn't interact with light, it's nearly impossible to detect using conventional means. But that doesn't mean it's completely undetectable. Scientists have proposed several ways we might be able to infer its existence. One possibility is through gravitational effects. Just as dark matter was hypothesized based on its influence on galaxies, mirror matter might reveal itself through its gravitational interactions with ordinary matter. Some researchers believe that certain unexplained anomalies in celestial mechanics could be the result of mirror matter objects exerting their influence from the shadows. Another way we might detect mirror matter is through neutron experiments. Some physicists have proposed that neutrons might have the ability to oscillate between normal and mirror states. If this is true, then in carefully controlled laboratory conditions, we might be able to observe neutrons disappearing and reappearing in ways that cannot be explained by known physics. In fact, some experiments have already suggested anomalies in neutron behavior that could point to a hidden mirror sector. These results are still highly controversial, but they hint at the possibility that the first cracks in the barrier between our universe and the mirror universe might already be appearing. And then there's the possibility that mirror matter might be hiding in plain sight, affecting our world in subtle ways that we've never considered. Could certain unexplained astronomical phenomena be caused by mirror stars and mirror planets drifting through the cosmos? Could mysterious cosmic rays, strange meteorological events, or even unexplained biological occurrences be the result of occasional interactions with mirror matter? The more we explore these questions, the more we realize just how much we don't know about the true nature of reality. Some scientists have even speculated that mirror matter might be connected to one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in physics, the nature of dark matter. Dark matter is known to exist because of its gravitational influence on galaxies, but it has never been directly observed. If mirror matter is real, it could explain dark matter in a way that fits within the framework of known physics. Instead of being composed of exotic, never-before-seen particles, dark matter might simply be the ordinary matter of the mirror universe, interacting with us only through gravity. If this idea is correct, then everything we've been searching for in dark matter research, the missing mass of the universe, the hidden structure of galaxies, might already be explained by the existence of a parallel realm of mirror particles. But the implications of mirror matter don't stop at astrophysics. If mirror matter exists, it could have direct consequences for technology, and even the way we understand life itself. Imagine if scientists could learn to manipulate mirror matter, to create controlled interactions between normal and mirror particles. This could lead to new materials with incredible properties, substances that are completely invisible yet exert gravitational force, or energy sources that tap into the hidden mirror world. It's even been suggested that mirror matter could play a role in biological processes that we don't yet understand. Could certain unexplained aspects of consciousness, or even the mysteries of quantum biology, be influenced by interactions with a mirror sector? These are highly speculative ideas, but they remind us that mirror matter could be far more than just an abstract theoretical concept. It could be a key to unlocking entirely new domains of science. At this stage, mirror matter remains a hypothesis, but one with tantalizing hints that suggests we might be on the verge of a major discovery. If evidence continues to mount, it could lead to one of the most profound paradigm shifts in the history of science. The idea that an entire hidden world exists alongside our own is both thrilling and unsettling. It challenges our assumptions about the nature of reality and forces us to confront the possibility that we've been living in a universe that is only half complete. As research into mirror matter continues, the biggest question remains: if it's real, how can we find definitive proof? Will we discover it through its gravitational effects, through subtle quantum interactions, or through some unexpected breakthrough that we haven't yet imagined? And if we do find proof, what then? Will it simply be another piece of the puzzle, or will it open the door to a whole new way of understanding the cosmos? One thing is certain: if mirror matter is real, it changes everything. The discovery of mirror matter would force us to rethink not just physics, but the very nature of existence itself. For centuries, humanity has assumed that what we see, touch, and measure is the full extent of reality. But what if half of existence has been hidden from us all along? If mirror matter exists, then our universe is only one side of a deeper, more complex structure, a structure where everything we know has an unseen twin, a shadow counterpart that has remained invisible to us because it interacts through forces beyond our detection. This idea isn't just a minor tweak to our understanding of physics, it's a fundamental shift in how we perceive reality. Consider what this means on a cosmic scale. The universe we observe is governed by gravity, electromagnetism, and nuclear forces. We see stars because they emit light, and we understand their composition through the spectra they produce. But if mirror matter stars exist, they would be entirely invisible to us, emitting no detectable light, no radiation that our telescopes could pick up. These stars could be out there right now, burning with the same intensity as our sun, sustaining their own planetary systems, possibly even harboring life, all without us ever knowing. Imagine an entire parallel galaxy made up of mirror matter, existing alongside our own Milky Way, completely undetectable except through its gravitational pull. What if entire clusters of mirror galaxies exist, forming a vast, unseen cosmic network that has been shaping the visible universe from the very beginning? This idea isn't just speculation. There are anomalies in astrophysics that have long defied explanation, anomalies that could be explained if mirror matter exists. One of the most puzzling problems in astronomy is the behavior of gravitational lensing. Light from distant galaxies bends around massive objects due to gravity, but sometimes, the bending is stronger than expected, as if there were extra mass that we can't see. Some scientists have proposed that dark matter is responsible, but what if this invisible mass is actually made of mirror matter? If so, then every time astronomers observe a gravitational lens, they might unknowingly be detecting the influence of an entire invisible mirror galaxy. And then there are neutron stars, some of the most extreme objects in the universe. These are the remnants of massive stars that have collapsed under their own gravity, leaving behind a core so dense that a single teaspoon of its material would weigh billions of tons. But there are neutron stars out there that behave strangely, objects that seem to have excess energy, or that don't cool down at the expected rate. Some physicists believe that if mirror matter exists, then mirror neutrons could be mixing with normal neutrons inside these stars, affecting their internal processes in ways we don't yet understand. This could mean that neutron stars are not just made of normal matter, but contain mirror matter within them, forming bizarre hybrid objects that bridge the gap between the two worlds. If mirror matter stars exist, then we have to ask, do they have planets? Could entire planetary systems made of mirror matter be out there, orbiting mirror suns, forming landscapes and atmospheres just like in our universe? If so, it raises a question that shakes the very foundation of our understanding. Could life exist in a mirror matter world? We define life based on the chemistry of normal matter, carbon, water, oxygen, and the electromagnetic interactions that sustain biological processes. But what if mirror matter has its own form of chemistry, its own rules for life? If mirror atoms can form mirror molecules, then mirror planets might have mirror oceans, mirror air, and perhaps even mirror organisms, evolving under a completely different set of physical laws. What would a being made of mirror matter be like? If mirror matter doesn't interact with our electromagnetic forces, then mirror beings would be completely undetectable by our senses. They wouldn't cast shadows, they wouldn't reflect light, and they wouldn't be visible in any way. If they existed, they could be standing right next to us, moving through our world without ever realizing we were here, just as we would be unaware of them. This concept is both fascinating and eerie. Could there be an entire civilization of mirror beings living parallel to us, never knowing that our world exists? If so, what would happen if one day we found a way to communicate with them? Some researchers have even speculated that mirror matter might explain certain paranormal phenomena. Reports of objects moving without explanation, sudden temperature drops, or even the feeling of an unseen presence. Could these be the result of occasional, fleeting interactions between our world and the mirror world? But perhaps the most profound implication of mirror matter is what it could reveal about the early universe. When the Big Bang occurred, it created equal amounts of matter and antimatter, yet today, the universe is almost entirely made of matter. This imbalance is one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in physics. But if mirror matter exists, then perhaps the missing antimatter isn't missing at all. It simply ended up in the mirror sector, forming an entirely separate cosmos. This would mean that from the very beginning, our universe has had a twin, an invisible counterpart that has shaped the evolution of everything we see. If mirror matter is real, then our entire understanding of the cosmos has been incomplete. The stars, planets, and galaxies we know are only half the story. The other half has been lurking in the shadows, hidden from view, influencing our universe in ways we've never imagined. What if one day, we find a way to detect mirror matter directly? What if we learn how to interact with it, manipulate it, or even travel between our universe and its mirror twin? Would this be the next great leap in human understanding, a discovery on the level of fire, electricity, or quantum mechanics? As we continue searching for answers, the biggest question remains: if mirror matter is out there, how do we prove it? Will it be found through its gravitational influence, through high-energy particle collisions, or through some completely unexpected phenomenon? And when we do find it, what will it mean for our place in the universe? The search for mirror matter isn't just a theoretical pursuit. It's an active area of research that could reshape everything we know about physics. Scientists are already designing experiments to test for its existence, and if successful, these experiments could reveal an entire hidden layer of reality. One of the most promising ways to detect mirror matter is through neutron oscillations. Neutrons, the neutral particles found in atomic nuclei, have a strange property. They can exist outside of atoms for only about 15 minutes before decaying into a proton, an electron, and a neutrino. But in some experiments, neutrons seem to disappear faster than expected. Some physicists have proposed that these missing neutrons aren't actually vanishing. They're oscillating into mirror neutrons, shifting momentarily into the mirror world before returning. If this hypothesis is correct, then it provides a way to directly test the existence of mirror matter. Scientists are now designing ultra-sensitive experiments to trap neutrons and observe whether they behave in ways that can't be explained by normal physics. If they do, it could be the first direct evidence that mirror matter exists. Another potential method of detecting mirror matter involves the mysterious behavior of dark matter. For decades, astrophysicists have known that galaxies rotate too fast for the amount of visible matter they contain. The outer edges of galaxies should be flung apart by centrifugal force, yet something unseen is holding them together. This invisible substance has been called dark matter, and while many theories suggest it's made of exotic particles that don't interact with normal matter, another possibility is that dark matter is actually mirror matter. If that's the case, then the missing mass in galaxies isn't just some strange new form of particle, it's an entire invisible mirror universe, with mirror galaxies, mirror stars, and perhaps even mirror planets. If mirror matter is real, it could explain some of the biggest cosmic mysteries. Consider the strange case of fast radio bursts, intense pulses of radio waves that last only a fraction of a second but release as much energy as the sun does in an entire day. Scientists have struggled to explain what causes these bursts, but some have suggested that they might be the result of mirror matter objects interacting with normal matter in extreme cosmic environments. If a mirror neutron star collides with a normal neutron star, for example, the interaction could create a burst of energy that momentarily becomes detectable in our universe. Then there's the enigma of ultra-high-energy cosmic rays, particles from space that hit Earth with energies far beyond what our current physics can explain. Some of these particles appear to be coming from empty regions of space, with no visible sources. Could they be coming from mirror matter objects that are invisible to us? If mirror matter stars and black holes exist, then they could be launching high-energy particles that occasionally cross into our world, creating effects that seem impossible under standard physics. But perhaps the most intriguing possibility is that mirror matter isn't just floating in space, it could be here on Earth, right now. If mirror matter exists, then small amounts of it could have been trapped inside our planet since its formation. Some scientists have even speculated that mirror matter might account for strange geological phenomena, such as unexplained seismic events or rare anomalies in radioactive decay rates. If this is true, then mirror matter isn't some distant cosmic mystery. It's something we might be able to study up close. What would happen if we could interact with mirror matter directly? If we found a way to create mirror atoms in the lab, it would open the door to an entirely new realm of physics. We could study how mirror chemistry works, test whether mirror life is possible, and perhaps even harness mirror matter for practical applications. Some theorists have even suggested that mirror matter could be the key to advanced space travel. If we could manipulate mirror matter, we might be able to create propulsion systems that don't rely on normal physics, allowing us to travel between stars faster than ever imagined. And what if we found evidence of intelligent life in the mirror world? If mirror matter planets exist, then it's not unreasonable to wonder whether civilizations could have evolved in this hidden sector of reality. If they did, then their entire experience of the universe would be different from ours. They wouldn't see our stars, they wouldn't feel our forces, and they wouldn't know we exist, just as we don't know they exist. But if there's any way for the two worlds to interact, even weakly, then one day, we might find a way to communicate. The more we learn about mirror matter, the more it forces us to question the very nature of existence. If an entire hidden universe has been alongside us all this time, shaping our cosmos without us knowing, then what else might be lurking beyond the limits of our perception? Are there other hidden layers of reality, beyond even mirror matter? Could there be multiple unseen universes stacked on top of each other, each governed by its own unique physics, occasionally influencing our own in subtle and mysterious ways? If mirror matter exists, then it doesn't just change our understanding of physics, it changes our understanding of reality itself. It forces us to ask, how much of the universe is truly visible to us? We assume that what we see, what we measure, and what we can interact with is all there is. But what if we've only been perceiving half the picture this whole time? What if we've been living in a cosmic shadow world, completely unaware that an entire hidden reality is running parallel to ours? The implications of mirror matter go far beyond just stars, galaxies, and physics. It forces us to reconsider everything from the nature of consciousness to the possibility of hidden civilizations. If mirror matter is real, then it could be influencing our world in ways we don't yet understand. What if consciousness itself is somehow connected to mirror matter? Some researchers have suggested that the unexplained nature of quantum mechanics, the way particles behave unpredictably when observed, could be due to hidden interactions with mirror particles. Could this mean that our own thoughts, our awareness, or even our very existence is somehow entangled with this invisible mirror universe? And if mirror matter is out there, could life have evolved within it? Imagine an entire ecosystem of mirror organisms, thriving in an environment that's completely undetectable to us. If mirror planets exist, then life could have taken root in ways we can't even comprehend. What if they developed advanced technology? What if they figured out how to cross the barrier between the mirror world and ours? But mirror matter doesn't just raise questions, it presents a challenge. If it exists, we need to find a way to prove it. Some of the most cutting-edge experiments in physics are already looking for mirror matter, using everything from high-energy particle colliders to deep space observations. If we find it, it would be one of the greatest discoveries in the history of science, on par with uncovering the existence of dark matter or proving the reality of parallel universes. And if we do find mirror matter, what then? Could we learn to manipulate it? If mirror matter follows its own version of physics, could it hold the key to new energy sources, advanced space travel, or even revolutionary technology? Could harnessing mirror matter allow us to interact with regions of the universe we previously thought were unreachable? Could it give us insight into the deepest questions of existence, what consciousness is, how the universe began, and whether reality itself is far stranger than we ever imagined. The hunt for mirror matter is one of the most exciting scientific pursuits of our time, and it's still in its early stages. But if it's out there, waiting to be discovered, then it means we've been living in only half a universe this entire time. The other half has been hiding right beside us, unseen but ever present, waiting for the day when we finally learn to open our eyes and see the full reality of the cosmos. If we are indeed living in just half of the universe, the implications stretch far beyond physics. The idea that mirror matter exists but remains undetectable to us suggests that reality itself is far more complex than we ever imagined. We assume that what we can see, touch, and measure is all there is, but if mirror matter is real, then we've only been perceiving a fraction of what's truly out there. Could this mean that even our understanding of space and time is incomplete? Could mirror matter reveal secrets about the fundamental nature of existence itself? One of the most mind-bending possibilities is that mirror matter might not just be a hidden force in the universe but could also influence our daily lives in ways we don't yet understand. If it's interacting with normal matter through gravity, could it have played a role in shaping our solar system? Some researchers have speculated that mirror matter might explain certain gravitational anomalies that we've observed but can't explain. For example, the strange orbits of some distant objects in our solar system, like the unexplained clustering of Kuiper belt objects, have led scientists to propose the existence of a hidden planet, often called Planet 9. But what if, instead of a normal planet, what we're detecting is actually a massive mirror matter object? If mirror planets exist, they could be lurking in our own cosmic backyard, completely invisible to us except for their gravitational pull. And what about mirror stars? If a star made entirely of mirror matter existed, how would it behave? Since mirror particles would interact with each other but not with regular matter, a mirror star wouldn't emit normal light. That means that, from our perspective, it would be completely dark. It wouldn't shine like the stars we see in the night sky. However, it would still produce heat and gravity, which means it could theoretically be detected through its effects on nearby objects. Some researchers have even suggested that some of the unexplained, dark objects detected by astronomers could actually be mirror stars, hidden in plain sight. If mirror matter forms stars, then it likely forms planets too. That raises an even stranger possibility. What if there are entire mirror galaxies out there? Galaxies made of stars, planets, and possibly even life, existing in a form completely alien to us. These galaxies could be just as vast and complex as the ones we can see, yet we would never know they were there because they wouldn't emit any light that our telescopes could detect. They would be completely invisible, lurking in the depths of space, separated from us by the strange rules of mirror physics. But here's where things get even weirder. If mirror matter exists, then we have to ask, could there be a way for normal matter and mirror matter to interact under rare circumstances? If so, could that explain some of the most baffling mysteries of our own universe? For example, some physicists have speculated that mirror matter could be linked to the strange phenomenon of fast radio bursts, mysterious, high-energy signals that astronomers have detected coming from deep space. Could these bursts be coming from interactions between normal and mirror matter? And if mirror matter can sometimes interact with our world, could that explain other strange phenomena? Some theorists have wondered, what if, in very rare cases, someone accidentally crosses into the mirror world? Could there be locations on Earth where the boundary between normal and mirror matter is thin? The more we consider the idea of mirror matter, the more it forces us to rethink everything we thought we knew about reality. If it's real, then it means we've been living alongside an entire hidden universe this whole time, one that has its own stars, its own planets, and possibly even its own forms of life. The only reason we haven't seen it yet is that we simply haven't been looking the right way. But as technology advances, and as scientists continue searching for clues, we may be on the verge of a discovery that changes everything. What happens when we finally prove the existence of mirror matter? Could it lead to new breakthroughs in energy, physics, and space travel? Could understanding mirror matter allow us to harness its properties for technological advancements beyond our wildest imagination? If mirror matter follows its own set of physics, then it might hold the key to unlocking mysteries we never even considered. It could redefine the way we see the universe, forcing us to confront the fact that we've only been experiencing half of reality all along. And if that's true, then what else have we been missing? If mirror matter exists, then we have to ask an even bigger question: could it be possible to access it? Could there be a way to bridge the gap between our world and this hidden reality? Some scientists have speculated that under extreme conditions, perhaps in the heart of neutron stars, inside black holes, or in the high-energy environments of the early universe, normal matter and mirror matter might briefly interact. But what if there are other, more direct ways? Could mirror matter exist in small quantities all around us, just beyond our ability to perceive it? One possibility is that mirror matter could be slipping into our world through quantum tunneling. In the strange world of quantum mechanics, particles can sometimes jump from one place to another without traveling through the space in between. This bizarre behavior has been observed in experiments and is a fundamental part of how the universe works at microscopic scales. If mirror matter follows similar principles, could there be rare moments when it crosses into our reality, creating effects that we simply don't understand yet? If that's the case, then we have to ask, could this explain some of the most puzzling cosmic anomalies? For example, there are places in the universe where the gravitational effects don't match the visible matter. Scientists typically attribute this to dark matter, an unknown substance that makes up a huge portion of the cosmos but has never been directly detected. But what if some of these anomalies are actually caused by mirror matter, interacting with normal matter in ways we don't yet comprehend? Could some of the missing mass in the universe be hiding in this unseen mirror world, just out of reach? And here's where things get really strange. If mirror matter is real, then it might have existed since the beginning of the universe. That means it could have followed a similar evolutionary path to our own matter, forming mirror atoms, mirror molecules, and potentially even mirror life. This raises one of the most profound questions imaginable. Could there be intelligent beings living in the mirror world? Could there be civilizations made entirely of mirror matter, completely undetectable to us, yet existing alongside our own? If such beings exist, how would they perceive the universe? Since their version of matter doesn't interact with light in the same way ours does, they wouldn't see the same stars, planets, or galaxies that we do. Their reality would be shaped by whatever forces govern mirror matter, and their understanding of physics could be entirely different from our own. If they have their own version of technology, how advanced could it be? Could they have discovered ways to detect our world, even if we can't see theirs? And then there's an even more unsettling possibility. If mirror matter and normal matter have some rare but significant interactions, could it be possible that our two worlds have influenced each other? Could strange, unexplained phenomena be the result of brief interactions between the normal and mirror universes? It would mean that our reality is not as separate and isolated as we once thought. It would mean that, under the right conditions, the boundaries between our world and the mirror world might be thinner than we ever imagined. And if that's true, then what happens when we finally figure out how to cross that boundary? What happens when science catches up to theory and gives us a way to step into the mirror universe? If we ever find a way to interact with the mirror world, even in the smallest way, it would change everything we know about physics, cosmology, and even the nature of existence itself. Imagine a moment where we develop a new form of technology that allows us to detect mirror matter not through traditional means, but through some indirect method, perhaps by observing its gravitational influence with extreme precision, or by exploiting some quantum effect that briefly reveals its presence. What would we find? Would we see entire galaxies made of mirror stars, hidden in plain sight, occupying the same space as our own but invisible to our instruments? Would we find planets orbiting these stars, made of mirror atoms and molecules that behave in ways we can't yet understand? And if life exists in that world, what would it look like? Would it evolve in a way that mirrors our own biology? Or would it follow completely different rules, shaped by the unique properties of mirror matter? But here's where things take a truly mind-bending turn. If there are mirror matter stars and planets, and if some form of intelligent life has evolved in this hidden realm, what would happen if they've been aware of us this whole time? What if, from their perspective, we are the anomalies, Could it be possible that they've been trying to communicate, to reach out in ways we simply don't recognize? Could they have developed technology advanced enough to bridge the gap between our two realities? And if so, what would they think of us? Would they see us as equals, as strange visitors from a parallel world, or would they regard us as something far less significant, mere flickers of energy on the edge of their perception, the same way we might think of a passing shadow? And then there's the question of what happens if we try to cross over. If we ever develop a way to manipulate mirror matter directly, would it allow us to step into this hidden universe, to explore a reality that has existed alongside ours since the dawn of time? Would we be able to survive in such a world, or would its physical laws be so different from our own that even the simplest act, breathing, moving, thinking, becomes impossible? And if we did find a way to exist in that realm, what secrets would it hold? Could it be that the key to understanding the deepest mysteries of the cosmos, dark matter, dark energy, the true nature of gravity, lies in this parallel reality, waiting for us to uncover it? But there's also a more unsettling possibility. If mirror matter has always been there, coexisting with our universe yet remaining hidden, what if we've already encountered it in ways we don't yet understand? And what if, one day, we accidentally open a door that can never be closed? If we were to open that door, if we found a way to truly interact with the mirror world, the consequences would be impossible to predict. Would it be a peaceful merging of two realities, an era of discovery where humanity finally unlocks the deepest secrets of existence? Or would it be something far more chaotic, something beyond our control? If mirror matter is real and has been hidden from us for all of human history, there may be a reason for that. Perhaps the laws of physics naturally keep our two worlds separate, preventing dangerous interactions that could disrupt the delicate balance of the universe. But if we force those interactions, if we tamper with forces we don't fully understand, what might happen? Could the sudden mixing of normal and mirror matter trigger unknown reactions, leading to phenomena that defy all known science? Could our reality itself be at risk of unraveling? Some theoretical physicists have speculated that if normal and mirror matter were to come into direct contact under the right conditions, it could result in massive energy releases. If this is true, then even a small-scale interaction could have catastrophic consequences. Imagine an experiment designed to generate and study mirror matter, only for the process to spiral out of control, releasing an energy burst more powerful than anything we've ever seen. Could such an event explain some of the unexplainable cosmic explosions that astronomers occasionally detect? Those rare, ultra-powerful bursts of energy with no known source? Could some of these mysterious celestial phenomena actually be signs of mirror matter interactions happening elsewhere in the universe? And if so, what does that mean for us if we continue down the path of trying to uncover its secrets? But beyond the risks, there is also the possibility of unimaginable rewards. If mirror matter exists, and we learn to manipulate it, it could lead to technological revolutions that surpass anything we've ever dreamed of. Could mirror matter be the key to limitless energy? Could we develop power sources that tap into the physics of this hidden reality, providing clean, infinite energy without the limitations of traditional fuels? Could it hold the secret to faster-than-light travel, allowing us to bypass the restrictions of our own universe by slipping into a parallel one where the rules are different? What if mirror matter allows us to manipulate gravity itself, finally giving us the ability to create artificial gravity fields, enabling spacecraft to travel vast distances without the constraints of relativity? And then there's the ultimate question: could mirror matter provide a new frontier for human exploration? If it is possible to step into the mirror world, would we find a realm untouched by the chaos of our universe, an entire cosmos existing in parallel, waiting to be discovered? Could mirror planets become new homes for humanity, offering us a chance to expand beyond the limits of our own reality? Or would such a journey be a one-way trip, an irreversible passage into a place where the rules are so different that there is no coming back? If a person were to cross into the mirror universe, would they be able to perceive it at all? Or would they simply vanish from our world, never to be seen again? And what if, somewhere in the depths of space, other civilizations have already unlocked these secrets? What if there are beings, far older and more advanced than us, who have learned to travel between the normal and mirror universes, using this knowledge to move through the cosmos in ways we can't even comprehend. Could some of the strange, unexplained signals we detect from deep space be the echoes of civilizations that exist not in our universe, but just beyond it, separated from us by a barrier thinner than we ever imagined? Could it be that our first true encounter with extraterrestrial intelligence won't come from another planet, but from an entirely different reality? And if that moment ever comes, what will it mean for us? Will we finally understand the true nature of the cosmos? Or will we be forced to confront the possibility that we are only a small part of something much larger and far more complex than we ever imagined? What if our reality is just one layer of many, one piece of a vast, interwoven structure of universes, each hidden from the others except in rare, fleeting moments of interaction? If we find proof of the mirror world, we may have to rethink everything we believe about existence, consciousness, and our place in the grand design of the cosmos. If mirror matter is real and we manage to unlock its secrets, the implications would stretch far beyond physics. It could reshape the way we perceive reality itself. Because if there truly is a parallel version of our universe hidden from sight, existing alongside us yet just out of reach, then what else could be hidden? Could there be entire layers of existence we haven't even begun to imagine? Could reality be structured in ways far more intricate than we ever thought possible? Think about this. If mirror matter exists as a hidden counterpart to everything we see, does that mean there could be mirror versions of ourselves? Not exact duplicates, but beings composed of mirror atoms, living in a reality governed by the same forces, yet fundamentally separate from our own. If mirror stars and mirror planets exist, then logically, there is the possibility of mirror life. But what would that mean? Could it be that there is a version of life that evolved in complete isolation from anything we know? A form of biology so alien that it doesn't even interact with our world except through gravity. And here's where things get even more unsettling. If mirror matter can interact gravitationally with normal matter, and if there is such a thing as mirror life, then what if we've already encountered it, without even knowing? It's entirely possible that mirror matter could explain many of the cosmic mysteries that have puzzled scientists for centuries. Dark matter, for example, is one of the greatest unsolved questions in physics. We know it exists because of its gravitational effects, but we can't see it, detect it, or interact with it in any meaningful way. Some researchers believe that mirror matter could be the answer, that what we call dark matter is actually an entire mirror universe made of particles that simply don't interact with ordinary matter except through gravity. If this is true, then we are living in a universe that is essentially two realities layered on top of each other, one visible, one invisible, coexisting without ever truly touching. But what if that balance is disrupted? What if something changes, some cosmic event, some technological breakthrough, that suddenly allows the mirror world to interact with ours in ways it never has before? Could we see the sudden appearance of mirror objects, floating through our world without explanation? Could the sky itself begin to shift, revealing glimpses of stars that were never there before? Could the laws of physics themselves begin to unravel as the two realities start to merge? And what if, somewhere in the depths of space, there are regions where this has already happened? What if there are entire parts of the universe where the barrier between normal and mirror matter is weaker, where the two worlds have started to bleed into each other? Could this explain some of the most mysterious and unexplainable cosmic anomalies? Those regions of space where gravity behaves in strange and unpredictable ways, where entire galaxies seem to move as if influenced by unseen forces? Could we one day discover a place where the two realities have fully merged, creating a bizarre hybrid universe where mirror matter and normal matter exist side by side? And if we ever found such a place, would we be able to survive there? And then there's the most chilling question of all. If the mirror world exists, and if it contains life, what if they've been aware of us all along? What if they've been studying us, observing us, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves? What if we are the ones trapped in the dark, oblivious to a parallel civilization that has been watching from just beyond the edge of perception? And if the day ever comes when they finally decide to make contact, what will they have to say? If there is intelligent life in the mirror world, would it see us the same way we see it, only as a distant, gravitational anomaly? If mirror beings exist, they might experience their universe as solid and real while perceiving our world as an intangible mystery. Just as we struggle to detect them, they might struggle to detect us. And if they have scientists, philosophers, and explorers like we do, perhaps they have spent centuries trying to explain the strange gravitational forces that shape their cosmos, unaware that these forces originate from an unseen world, our world. But here's where it gets even more unsettling. What if, through some unknown process, a bridge between our realities could be formed? A rare cosmic event, a shift in fundamental forces, or even an advanced technology could create a momentary connection. If that happened, what would we see? And if such a connection were to last, what would happen? Would our two universes merge into one chaotic realm where physics itself begins to break down? Would the presence of mirror matter disrupt the balance of our own world, causing objects to shift unpredictably, entire regions of space to warp, or even changes in time itself? Would the very concept of reality collapse as we suddenly become aware of an entire existence that had always been there, hidden, but real? Even now, scientists are searching for signs of mirror matter. Some experiments attempt to detect particles flickering between our universe and the mirror universe. Others look for evidence in the cosmos, strange voids, unexplained gravitational anomalies, and celestial bodies that don't behave as expected. Could it be that mirror stars are already out there, shining in the darkness but invisible to our eyes? If so, how many of them exist? Could they be just as numerous as our own stars? If mirror galaxies exist, then there could be vast civilizations developing in total secrecy, never knowing that we exist. What if, one day, they manage to break through? What if their technology advances to the point where they can cross into our reality? Would they arrive as explorers, eager to learn about a parallel universe? Or would they see us as a threat, an unknown force that must be conquered before it conquers them? And then there's another possibility, one that might be even more terrifying. What if mirror beings have already crossed over? If mirror matter can interact gravitationally with our world? Could the reason we've never seen dark matter be because we've been looking at it the wrong way? Maybe it's not just an invisible substance but an entire invisible civilization, operating under different laws of physics but bound to our world through the force of gravity. Maybe we've always been surrounded by another reality, one that we can't see, hear, or touch, except in those rare moments when something shifts, and for just a fraction of a second, the two worlds overlap. If this is true, then what does it mean for the future? If science eventually proves the existence of mirror matter, if we one day develop the ability to interact with it, will we finally unlock the deepest mysteries of the universe? Or will we open a door that was never meant to be opened, exposing ourselves to forces we can't understand and realities we were never supposed to see? If mirror matter is real and if there are entire mirror galaxies, stars, and even planets, then what about black holes? Could there be mirror black holes, colossal gravitational voids that consume mirror matter the same way black holes consume our own? And if so, could they also interact with our universe in ways we don't yet understand? Maybe the reason we struggle to comprehend the true nature of black holes is that they exist in a way that bridges both realities. Maybe the mysterious energy emissions and strange behaviors we've observed in some black holes are actually signs that they're connected to a mirror version of themselves, pulling matter between the two universes in ways we can't yet detect. Now, take that idea one step further. If mirror black holes exist, could there also be mirror wormholes, cosmic tunnels that bridge vast distances, or perhaps even different dimensions? If our universe and the mirror universe coexist but never interact directly, maybe black holes and wormholes are the exception. Maybe they are the rare points of contact between our reality and theirs, gateways where matter, energy, and even information can pass from one world to the other. And what if something has already come through? What if, in the depths of space, something made of mirror matter has slipped into our universe? Maybe it's been here for eons, drifting unseen, influencing the cosmos in ways we can't measure. Maybe the odd movements of certain celestial objects, the unexplained gravitational anomalies we've detected, are signs that something from the mirror world is already among us. And if that's true, how long until we make direct contact? The implications of discovering mirror matter go beyond just physics. If it exists, then reality is far more complex than we ever imagined. It would mean that everything we know, every law of nature, every scientific discovery, only applies to one half of the true universe. The other half has been hiding in plain sight, just out of reach, waiting to be understood. And that raises one final, mind-bending question. If we are made of normal matter, is it possible that somewhere in the mirror universe, there are beings made of mirror matter wondering about us? Could there be scientists in their world developing theories about invisible forces shaping their reality, unaware that they are actually detecting us? Could their entire civilization be built around trying to understand the same cosmic mysteries we struggle with, not realizing that we are the answer they've been searching for all along? If one day the boundary between our universes is breached, if we find a way to truly see into the mirror world, or if they find a way to see into ours, then everything we know about existence will change forever. The universe will no longer be a single, isolated realm, but part of a vast, hidden structure, where entire other realities exist alongside our own, unseen but always there. And when that day comes, will we be ready for what we discover? Or will the truth be so alien, so incomprehensible, that it reshapes everything we thought we knew about life, the cosmos, and our place in the grand, infinite mystery of existence? If the mirror world is real, then the universe is no longer a single, isolated realm. It is a dual existence, two realities stacked on top of each other, bound by gravity but separated. And if this is true, then the way we think about everything, from physics to cosmology, from the origins of the universe to the fate of existence itself, must change. We have spent centuries believing that we live in a single, self-contained reality. But what if we are only seeing half the picture? Consider this: if mirror matter exists, it may not have formed in perfect balance with our own. The universe is not symmetrical, it is chaotic, shaped by unpredictable forces. So what if, at the moment of the Big Bang, the mirror world developed differently from ours? What if mirror matter outnumbers regular matter? Or what if the two substances formed in completely separate regions of space, creating mirror galaxies that exist in vast, hidden clusters, their gravity shaping the fabric of our universe in ways we've never understood? This could explain the greatest cosmic mystery of all, dark matter. Astronomers have spent decades searching for an invisible substance that accounts for the unexplained gravitational forces holding galaxies together. But what if dark matter isn't some exotic, unknown particle? What if it's just mirror matter? What if every galaxy we see is actually paired with an unseen, mirror galaxy, its mass influencing ours through gravity, but existing beyond our ability to perceive? And if this is true, then it means something profound. It means that we have been living alongside an invisible world for our entire existence, completely unaware of its presence. It means that when we look up at the stars, we are only seeing half of reality. It means that the universe is not just a vast expanse of empty space. It is full of unseen structures, hidden forces, and mysteries deeper than we ever imagined. But this also raises an unsettling question. If mirror matter is real, why haven't we detected it yet? Are we simply not looking in the right way, or is there something preventing us from seeing it? Could the physics of the mirror world be so different from ours that normal detection methods will never work? Or, even more disturbing, could there be something, some fundamental law of the universe, that is keeping our two realities separate? And if such a barrier exists, what happens if we break it? If mirror matter is hidden from us by some unknown force, then what are the consequences of finally uncovering it? Could there be a reason why these two worlds are kept apart? Could the balance of the universe depend on them remaining separate? Imagine if, one day, we create an experiment capable of interacting with mirror matter. Maybe we build a machine that manipulates gravity in just the right way, or we discover a rare cosmic event that temporarily weakens the boundary between our worlds. What happens next? Or does something even stranger occur? Could our very perception of reality change as we become aware of the mirror world? Could it be that we are not meant to see it, that the nature of consciousness itself is tied to the separation of these two realms? If we begin to understand mirror matter, if we find a way to detect it, could it alter the way we experience time, space, and even thought itself? And here's the most unsettling thought of all. If we are just now beginning to understand the possibility of mirror matter, what if something in the mirror world has already discovered us? If there are mirror civilizations, mirror scientists, mirror thinkers trying to understand the strange, unexplained forces in their reality, what if they have already found evidence of us? What if, right now, they are looking for a way to cross into our world? What if the barrier between our realities is already weakening? If the barrier between our universe and the mirror world is already weakening, then what does that mean for us? What if the two realms have been drifting closer together for eons, their gravitational pull subtly influencing one another in ways we've never fully grasped? Could this explain certain unexplained cosmic anomalies, mysterious shifts in the orbits of distant celestial bodies, fluctuations in gravitational waves, or even the strange, unaccounted for energy signatures detected in the depths of space? And if the boundary between our worlds is not absolute, could there already be places in the universe where it is thinner, where the separation between regular matter and mirror matter is weaker, allowing occasional interactions? Imagine a region of space where the rules we understand begin to break down, where light bends in unexpected ways, where the laws of physics seem to shift unpredictably. Could certain areas of the cosmos, the ones that have puzzled astronomers for generations, actually be the result of fleeting interactions between our universe and its hidden twin? Perhaps this is why some astronomical events seem inexplicable. Gamma ray bursts, short, powerful flashes of energy from deep space, are still not fully understood. Some theorists suggest they might be the result of mirror matter collapsing in ways we cannot perceive, releasing energy that barely leaks into our world. Maybe the most powerful cosmic explosions, supernovae that defy current models, are actually influenced by the unseen mass of mirror stars collapsing nearby. But if interactions between our universe and the mirror universe are increasing, then we must ask an even more unsettling question. What happens if the barrier disappears entirely? If our world and the mirror world were ever to fully merge, would the result be catastrophic? Would the delicate balance of the cosmos be disrupted, causing galaxies to unravel, stars to burn out, and entire structures of reality to collapse? Or would something even stranger happen? What if, instead of destruction, a merging of realities leads to a transformation of existence itself? If mirror matter is truly a reflection of our own world, then could its full integration create a universe that is fundamentally different from the one we know? Would time flow differently? Would the fabric of space itself change? Would life evolve in new and unpredictable ways, shaped by forces we cannot currently comprehend? And what about us? If our bodies, our consciousness, and our very existence are bound to the laws of the regular matter universe, then how would we experience the merging of two realities? Would we even survive it? Or would we find ourselves transformed, our perception expanding to include dimensions we never knew existed? Perhaps, in some way, this process has already begun. Maybe the greatest mysteries of the cosmos, the nature of dark matter, the unexplained forces that shape galaxies, the anomalies that defy our understanding, are all signs that our universe is not as isolated as we believe. Maybe, just beyond the limits of our perception, something is waiting. Something that has always been there. Something that is watching us, just as we are now beginning to sense it. And if one day we finally make contact, if we reach into the mirror world and it reaches back, what will we find staring back at us from the other side? If we truly are on the brink of discovering the mirror world, then we must ask ourselves, are we ready for what we might find? For most of human history, we have believed that reality is singular, that the universe we see is all there is. But if mirror matter exists, then we must abandon that assumption forever. We must accept that our reality is only half of a larger, more complex existence, one that has always been there, just beyond our reach. But what if we are not the first to glimpse this hidden world? What if, at some point in the distant past, an ancient civilization had already uncovered the truth? And if such a civilization did exist, what happened to it? Did they find a way to cross into the mirror world, only to be lost forever? Did they awaken something that should have remained undisturbed? Or did they simply vanish, leaving behind only cryptic clues that we have yet to decipher? And if that's true, then what happens when we finally breach the divide? If mirror matter stars exist, then they are likely accompanied by mirror planets, worlds that have developed under entirely different physical conditions. What if one of these planets harbors life? Not just microbial organisms, but something more advanced? Could an entire civilization exist in the mirror world, completely unaware of our presence, just as we have been unaware of theirs? If such beings exist, then how would they perceive us? To them, we would be the invisible ones, the mysterious force influencing their reality without explanation. Would they fear us? Would they see us as anomalies in their own universe? And if they, too, have been searching for answers, then what happens when we finally make contact? Could it be that our realities are destined to collide? That one day, the boundary will collapse, and the two worlds will merge? If that happens, will we be able to coexist, or will one reality overwrite the other? Would we even recognize ourselves after such an event, or would we become something entirely new, something that has never existed before? The truth is, we don't know. We are standing at the edge of the unknown, staring into the void, hoping for answers. But the deeper we look, the more questions arise. What is the true nature of reality? Is our universe truly alone, or is it just one of many? And if we do uncover the secrets of the mirror world, will it be the greatest discovery in human history, or the last? This video is for educational or entertainment purposes only, and information provided in the video may be incorrect. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more such amazing videos.